Maggie? Bad Maggie?
I just chose
Oh
a
yeah.
few of them.
Oh shit, we gotta adjust that camera.
I actually got this shirt from Too Many Games. It's a Splatterhouse shirt.
That's pretty cool.
All right, we are live. Sorry guys for the wait. We had to do some crazy engineering here. I don't even know if the mics are good.
Technical. I
Can-
think mine.
check.
Good.
I can go.
Am
I can
I-
go higher. I can barely hear myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
check.
I
Check.
feel like
Can you guys
I
hear yourself now?
Yeah, this
Can
is
I
good.
hear?
All right. Good. All righty.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the laptop, we're dreading the day that this laptop finally gives up, because the day that happens, we're broke on this show, and that'll probably be the end for a while. At least the video aspect, we could probably still get away with just doing audio, but I think the live YouTube will probably come to an end, and then we can just videotape it and then put it up the next day.
Yeah.
But I think if this laptop does take a crap, it's gonna be the end of it.
It always gets mine's at that point. It's like 7 years old.
I know
Yeah.
mine.
So what happened was it started getting really, really hot, and we literally
shit,
stuck
4
it in the
people
freezer.
already.
We stuck it in the freezer for a couple minutes, but all right. So
Yeah.
so here
Stick
we're
it in the freezer.
things that were cool in high school. Maybe one day we'll have cool intro music soon. Who knows? We'll figure something out.
If you're an artist and you're feel inspired, send us your
Yeah.
Something like off
your
the beaten
request.
path.
Yeah.
You know, like not like some. Let's start a song.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
fall music or something.
Droning 8-bit music.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool.
so first things first, Skook Stock. If you guys are interested in seeing some awesome local bands, August 24th in Andreas, Pennsylvania. Doors open at 1:30. We're gonna have 8 bands. Apollo 88, who I'm wearing the shirt. Yeah. If you're wondering how I got it, that's none of your business.
Is anything on that?
No, nothing on the back. And then Apollo 88, Bad Maggie, Japan 4 are going to be our cover bands. Our original bands are going to be Montongo, Look Alive, and Faith's Got a Faith in Exile, with the 2 headliners, Faith's Got a
There
Driver
you go.
and Crowbot. And it's going to be Crowbot's album release party. So they're going to be selling their brand new album. And a lot of people don't know this. They actually, people are like, I didn't know they were, I thought they were just going to be there. No, they're actually, their band's playing. So you're getting a Crowbot concert. That actually
It's not just meet and greet.
that was something that someone actually thought. I'm like, I didn't know they were actually playing. I'm like, no, you're getting an hour and a half Crowbot set list. So
There you go,
you're
yeah.
getting
Yeah, it's legit shit, guys.
the records though.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They'll be selling the vinyls. They'll be selling all their
That's
merch.
awesome,
I'm kind of
Um,
interested in the hot sauce.
Yeah, they're gonna have a special hot sauce. That day.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
a peach hot sauce.
Okay, yeah, I had one before.
And then we're
Like
gonna
that.
have in between the bands, we're gonna have awesome local live comedians.
There we
and,
go.
And you're and,
Whoa,
and
yeah.
probably the MC of the day is gonna be Sarah.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm stepping up.
Yeah,
Double
I'm ready.
duty.
So it's gonna be an awesome day. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's get into it here. So we got any. I know we did take the week off for
It's a lot of news.
a lot of news.
Mad Magazine got canceled. I don't know if you guys are. I used to.
What?
Yeah, I was a kid, yeah.
Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DC finally
Cancel.
canned it. Well, they're sunsetting. It's called. Like, well, it's not canceled,
Sunsetting.
it's just like done for.
Oh, apparently that's like a comedian
Yeah.
like gold line.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, that'd
waiting
be-
for that.
If they,
I haven't read Mad Magazine in years, but as a kid, I had a ton of that and
God.
Cracked. I kind of like Cracked a little bit
I
more.
guess with
even though it's
the- I mean-
WCW.
It is the online
yeah.
generation where
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
know. So
I think
I mean,
like-
it's expected, but still.
I think I like the
Yeah.
characters of all the
Yeah,
actors.
for
Could go wrong with
amazing.
that.
Like I seen a Game of Thrones one.
Maybe they'll reform.
Yeah, I
I'm
say
sure.
let it go for a
Did-
while, and maybe some DC will sell it.
yeah.
Well, didn't the artist like that actually drew Alfred E. Newman died? Like,
I think, but they had
Like
so many
4
good
years ago or
artists. They
so?
like the
Exactly.
Yeah.
characters. We're gonna
Just put this out.
Okay.
okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah, the
Well,
characters that they did. Remember, they always had the folding in the back.
Yeah, you did that.
Swiper Squad.
Yeah,
I used to love the spoof covers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some wrestling ones. I still like the
Really?
folding on stuff. Yeah, I have a couple.
So we'll get into a little bit of news here real quick. So a friend recreates the first Resident Evil in using a game called Creative with Dreams. So I guess it's like a sandbox game where people can create a video game within a video game.
Oh,
I'm not sure where
Inception.
I know nothing about
Yeah.
that.
but they created the entire first Resident Evil in it, which
Wow.
is pretty wild.
that is cool. Wow.
Let's see what else we got
Hey,
here.
you know what? You know that arcade that you said?
Yeah.
Ephrata. So we were down there, right? Oh, let's check it out. They're like, oh, let's go. We find it on. We go right there. I'm like, that one look open. It opened the next day.
Oh,
Yeah. We were there Friday night and opened
man.
Saturday. I was like, let's get out, Ephrata.
Albums I usually look forward to every year is the Punk Goes albums. Is where they take like up and coming punk metal bands and they do covers or different varieties.
Oh,
of
like
different
Pop Goes
covers.
Punk.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one's gonna be actually Punk Goes Acoustic Volume 3. I don't think there's any announcement of who's on it yet, but that's coming soon. RoboCop is coming back, and they're supposedly going with the full silver suit.
Why
The
not?
old
It's still,
school
it doesn't look
suit,
dated.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. There's nothing wrong
I
with
don't
that.
mind.
How about that Switch business since we're looking at it?
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Walking Dead will end
It
end
did
this
end.
week.
It was
did.
last week.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
week it ended at 193.
Yeah, so they was you get 3 issues all together.
For the love of God, don't tell me I wanted to read it.
for $4.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's 3 issues that are all one like a trade for $4, which that was pretty cool.
So they did 3 issues at the very end.
Yeah, so it could have been 194, 193, but give the fans like a treat. So you get 3 for the price of 1. So it does wrap it up, but
I'm excited. I
doesn't
I
explain
fell off
everything.
that book for a while.
I was never really.
I got up to like I think the 100, a little over the 100th issue,
Yeah. Well,
and then I kind of
the show, the book,
the show ruined it for me.
the bloom's off the rose. So it's a good time to wrap it
Yeah.
up.
So right now they're doing a thing
Rose
at
up.
the
What's that?
July 22nd, the 28th. The Wheel Restaurant is going to do a thing where I guess every time they make so much profit,
Mhm.
they're going to start donating some of the money to the Pottsville Dog Park. So Pottsville's going to try to they're going to
Oh, I'm
be they're
so
going to try to
excited
build a
for
dog park in Pottsville.
Oh, I went there one time before, and they gave like so much of the.
Yeah,
proceeds
so they
and
always
stuff
try to find something to like, hey,
That's
this
cool, yeah.
week we get proceeds or
The
tips.
fundraiser.
Yeah. So
Build
they are
the
actually trying to build a dog park. For this month, the month of July, PlayStation Plus, I think won this month when it comes to the free
like that.
games.
Free games.
So you get Horizon Cruise or whatever. It's like a turbo racing game, and it was supposed to be, I think, a baseball game
A
or
soccer game.
Soccer
People can
game.
play in.
And they
PES soccer, PES, whatever it stands for.
yeah, and they said okay, fine, and they gave you Detroit Becoming Human,
Yeah, I think that's you win.
which is I think is better because I actually like that style of game.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then PlayStation, Xbox this month did their 4 games. Inside, I mean, not a horrible title.
Indie.
It's an indie title. Then you
Is that
got
the black and white one?
then you got Big Crown, which it looks like a puzzle game. And then the 2 Xbox 360 games are going to be your Castlevania.
Yesterday night. It's cool, but it's been out for 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a Meet the Robinson game. I think that's. I mean, if I'm giving away a free game, I'm staying away from
You know what I?
movie remake games.
Yeah.
That's like when it first came out and they gave really shitty games away that rolled. I said, that's like your friend wins the lottery, gets $1 million, and hey man, I want to give you some money. And you're like, oh, awesome. And I hand you $5.
Yeah.
About
You're like,
$2.80.
Grab some lunch.
it's like,
Yeah.
thanks, but come on, man.
Yeah. Xbox, they definitely let me down this month with the games. And we kind of talked about already. The hot sauce is actually a let's see if there's a flavor profile. They just say it's a sweet heat. It's the Mother Brain. It's called the Mother Brain.
Can someone bring one of them back?
It's a sweet
Okay.
heat Georgia peach hot
Ooh,
sauce.
sounds wonderful.
Yeah, we'll grab one for you.
I don't have like a record too, because I think I have 2.
Well, you can order the records online now and
Oh,
they'll
really?
get sent to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So either way, we'll figure something out for you.
Well, they can
What's that?
sign too, you know?
Yeah, we can get you signed one. Let's see what we got here. Took the holiday off. That's Mortal Kombat reboot coming in 2021.
Yeah, this is the movies now.
Yep.
And I heard that they're also they casted Sub-Zero already.
Really?
apparently.
Yeah, so it was cast. I didn't remember who.
You can kind of,
Oh.
you can't get any.
On our interview page, we just dropped 2 interviews.
Hey,
We have
someone said
Timothy
something.
Mingle,
Alexa said hi.
Alexa, and Dave Martin.
Hey.
Dropped 2 interviews since last time we talked to you. We dropped the Timothy Mingle interview and the Haley Stokes. Haley's comic books are back there.
Yeah. Oh, did she do the Waffle Man one too?
The Waffle Man was done. That was done by her partner, the guy she writes with.
It says his name. I'll go.
Yeah,
Something.
Austin.
Steve Austin Aries.
His last name is interesting. I have a hard time with it.
It's it's right
But
here.
actually, let's talk about that real quick. So Austin is actually co-owner of
Austin Mio.
Mio. So
Or Mio.
Austin is the co-owner of a thing called the Escape Pod in Tamaqua.
Okay.
So what they do there is it's a card shop where you can go in and buy Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. They have a Star Wars game they play.
Really?
And they do every other night they'll have like different games that you can go in there and play cards. And they have tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Now they
Okay.
also in
Like
the
a
back,
dorky gaming thing.
yeah, and then in the back, and they also have like board games and stuff you
Oh,
can
cool,
play
yeah.
and do that. But in the back, they have a couple systems,
Oh.
and they've been doing recently, and I guess they have like the top 6 player in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
They go and have like Super Smash Brother tournaments.
Oh wow.
And they run
That's cool.
Smash Brother tournaments.
Yeah.
And then when they're not doing gaming tournaments, if you like for the kids in the area, they can go there and pay like $1 per hour.
Yeah,
And they can just play the systems in the back and hang out.
That's cool.
Which is cool because he said some kids go back there and they just like they're cool. It's like there's never an argument or fight. These little kids go in there and they play Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And they take turns and they watch each other.
That's cool.
It's bringing back an old style of game that not many people know of anymore because most kids this generation just plug in online and they play with people across the world and they don't really get that couch co-op experience,
which is great. Like,
Yeah.
you play like Gears of War or Resident Evil. Like,
Yeah, so-
then we can just talk to your friend right here.
Yep. So that's pretty cool.
And that old
Welcome,
GoldenEye
man.
split
I want a
screen
copy of
action
this.
too.
Yeah. Well, you can actually buy their comics all for sale at that comic
really?
shop. Yep. And they want to get to the point where they could start getting like trades every week, like they'll get the Marvel DC, but they're still trying to figure out how to do that. And
I could. But
There was a place in New York City that was like that, like a bunch of gaming. And,
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot-
tournaments and
there's
stuff.
one
It was
in,
more like DD and like stuff like that, but like I know what you mean. Like that's pretty cool.
Gilbertsville
I wish
has
there's more around that. I
I'm
know
sure
there
if you
is
walked
more.
in there on a certain night and they had an open table and they're like, hey, can we play DD? I'm sure they would be like, do you can work with them? And they says that.
Yeah, like a lot of comic
Yeah,
stores
right.
have the gaming room, but there is some gaming stores like that have all the magic and stuff.
Stranger Things just released when we were on our break.
And I watched the whole entire thing.
I've never watched episodes. I can't say that.
I saw the first
Um,
season and I was like so excited. I was like, Mark, can you watch it? And we were like, okay, second season's coming out. So I have to have him watch it and then we're gonna watch it together. But I know it is really good.
I didn't
though.
watch any of it yet.
Okay.
And then some new stuff happened. People are losing their minds over the Little Mermaid.
Oh my god.
I say this. I'm not gonna watch the movie. I don't care if she's white, she's black, Chinese. I'm not watching.
Doesn't matter.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. Like no one complained when they changed Aquaman.
Yeah.
No one complains when they like it's who cares?
And here's the
Who
thing.
cares?
Not half the people weren't gonna watch it anyway, like I just said.
Now, all right, listen. If you turn around and you make like, if I would have an issue if just out of the blue without no storyline, you're like, all right, Batman's now an Asian dude,
Yeah.
or Batman's now a black dude. Like, all right, that's a little strange. Why don't you just make your own character? But
Mhm.
then if you had a decent enough story to explain why it happened, then cool.
Yeah, right.
Then I'm cool with
It
it.
also like mermaids aren't real.
Yeah.
So like
And-
we don't honestly know
and realistically,
what color they
fish, yeah,
and like
the
in
idea
like
of Little
international waters
Yeah.
like makes sense. Like I'm just thinking like a comedian. Like, I don't know.
I seen a cool thing. There was a black mermaid in one of them. I don't know, did she have a cartoon too?
Yeah, she had a cartoon.
Yeah, she has a
Um,
cartoon. Oh,
Now
yeah.
I do
Do whatever you want.
just because sometimes I like anarchy.
Mhm.
The super like let's all work together side.
Yeah.
I like that side of me, and then every now and then I want the anarchy side. But then like all the right wing fucking
Oh
scumbags
yeah.
made
It's like Christians against them.
yeah
Like, you're
made
not
their
fucking
meme.
like
Christian.
what is like
They made the meme, and I was like, oh, I can't really get behind it because you guys are already coming from a hateful heart, and it's no longer funny. But like if they like made the Black Panther white,
Well, I see now. Now the
All
thing
right.
is to cast the opposite. Like one was Christian Bale and said Obama.
yeah,
I'm like, okay, now we're getting
no,
funny.
like
and Air Bud.
Maybe
and
there is, maybe there is, and I'll just play devil's advocate here. Maybe there is a weird double standard because when they made like, what's his name?
Nick Fury.
Not Nick Fury. No one cared about Nick Fury.
No, everyone likes that.
there's
Nick
two,
Fury.
Yeah. What's his name?
Plus it's Samuel.
The
Everyone
Netflix
likes
Yeah,
show.
you can't be mad at that.
The Netflix show.
Umbrella Academy.
No.
No, are
What
you
are
the
you
one
thinking?
where
What are you
He was
thinking?
actually supposed to be the Asian character. They made him white, and everyone got pissed.
Oh well, the Iron Fist was always a white dude.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, they were him an Asian.
Oh,
Even though
you
he
mean
was
like the
white.
Death?
Yeah.
You mean the whole Death Note controversy?
No.
Death
Iron
Note.
Fist-
I know you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I was talking about that, but the people were pissed about Death Note too.
Yeah. So Iron Fist, they're like, well, you should be an Asian guy because he does kung fu. I'm like,
Oh, Danny
that's
Rand.
racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hey,
Heidi's Asian, and
I know,
no
I know
conflict.
plenty of
The
spoiled
whole
white
thing
kids that do
was
karate.
This
Yeah.
white guy's in a world that he doesn't like know and everything, and he absorbs the Asian culture.
Yeah,
That's how he
I love
gets
when people do karate. They're like, yo, bro, I know karate. I'm like, what do you do? Punch boards.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw the most
Boards don't punch back.
weirdest woke post about the nut area. I forget who posted it, but it was like a comment on like Good Morning America or something like that. I
Yeah.
can't remember. Like News 16 about like the Ariel, and they were all like, "Oh my god, they can have a black Ariel, but they can't have a drag queen play Ursula." And I was like, "That's
I'd be
so like racist, but like so woke." Like I was like, "That's
I'd be
so
cool
weird."
I'd be
I was
cool to
like,
drag queen
Yeah.
Ursula.
She looks
I was like,
a
out of all the
drag queen.
comments like that, I
joke.
was like, that is so. I was like, but yeah, I heard Melissa McCarthy's gonna play Ursula.
Yeah.
And
I
was
think
like,
that's good
so,
casting.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
good
so
one.
excited.
Yeah.
Personally,
I
I
was
would
just
go
like,
with
that's
Paula
so
Dean,
weird.
but that's
That
just
was
me.
super
Paula
common.
Dean, remember she was racist for a while?
Yeah.
So, I
Just
don't
be
know
like,
about that.
wow.
The only thing is, I'm actually more
No,
concerned of the Ursula character than anyone else in that movie. I
right?
want a CGI Ursula. I want the big tentacle. I
Yeah,
want
they
her to
do.
look.
Ooh, yeah.
I want her to look badass.
Jokingly, I think some people were posting Ursula with Guy Fieri.
Yo,
I'm like, wow.
Some of those memes are pretty funny. Like, hear me out.
Yeah.
And it's like,
they're
like,
And then speaking of casting that they didn't get wrong, and no one cares about, is Mulan. They got the first trailer of Mulan.
yeah,
I didn't watch it.
I
I've
didn't
never
see
seen the
that.
cartoon,
The
so
only
I know
thing-
Eddie Murphy was
I've
the
never seen a
dragon.
cartoon.
I don't know. I'm not into
I don't
Disney.
know.
Never
If
was.
I don't know if they're gonna go with the dragon.
Yo,
Are they doing realistic?
There was no hint
Really?
of the dragon in the
No,
trailer
they
at
gotta
all.
have that, man. Oh,
Uh,
and a cricket.
I
and a
know
little
it's more
CGI
of like
cricket.
a serious, more of a
Yeah, I think
Maybe
they're
it's
gonna
like.
try-
There's not gonna be any songs in it.
Oh, good. I hate songs.
Yeah.
I'm Andy Header. I hate everything.
When I
I
make
can imagine
my-
you got wrestling, you just come out to nothing.
Yeah.
You're like,
When I get
no
my-
songs.
My movie company, no songs.
Yeah.
No singing. There could be soundtrack songs. but No singing.
It's like a silent movie.
Yeah.
Wind blowing.
Two
That's
I
all
want
it
to
is.
see that movie now.
Andy Header.
Yeah, so two podcasts came out. Andy Header's podcast Cult and Power Ring is out.
That's right.
Woo.
We
And
started
then-
our coverage of G1, which we're going to be knee deep in come this Saturday.
Yeah.
That's literally all I watched for the month of July. So
The
Nice.
G1. And then What Up Peeps, which is the guys, the Wicked Turtle
Yeah.
Network from the PPW shows. They did an episode.
they reviewed I mean, I'm going to go buy it. The Cheeto KFC chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah,
It's like chicken encrusted with Cheeto dust.
What's
Yeah.
this at?
KFC.
They have that out now.
It's out there. We're going to review it that day.
What the hell? We just said KFC earlier, not maybe.
No,
I was
maybe,
pretty
yeah.
like-
So the last bit of news, unless anyone else has anything, this is not it, but this is the Switch.
Mhm.
They just announced, which everyone was talking about, it wasn't going to happen, and Nintendo said it wasn't going to happen, and we're like, it's going to fucking happen. It's Switch Lite. So what Switch Lite is, it's not a terrible idea.
It's all right, but like, why?
Yeah,
That's my
so it's a Switch
question.
that you don't dock
Yeah,
at all,
and the things don't come off.
and the Joy-Cons don't come off.
But you can get yellow, blue, pink.
So it's
and
3
green,
color
I think.
switches, and from what it looks like, it may be a little smaller.
I think it's like a 5.8
It might be, but,
inch
like-
screen, and that's a 6.2.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
want a smaller one.
I mean, ergonomically, if it was a little smaller, maybe it would fit more. It's better in your hand.
Yeah,
But I'm interested to see how it
it's
goes.
$50 cheaper.
If you can give me better battery life, and if I can go online better with it,
Yeah,
it would be something I would think about. But if I can't dock it, that turns me off.
it's basically Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant.
It's their own personal way. of
Yeah.
designing
So I'm
it.
thinking, like, who is that for?
I don't know.
Like, because you can always pick that for. Like,
Yeah,
if I'm a little
It's
kid, I have that
portable.
already. I don't. I don't
maybe,
know who.
maybe
like,
if you're gonna get it for like your kid, and that's if they
it's
can,
probably a little more durable,
if they can prove to be more durable,
Yeah.
and that it's gonna be,
and it doesn't come apart.
it doesn't come apart, so you don't have the kids worry about losing Joy Cons. But then at the same token too, like one of the coolest part about the Switches is you can pop Joy Cons off, hand one to one person,
Yeah.
one to the other, and use the screen as on the
And,
go.
you
and
get
little
the same
kids do
experience.
motion stuff.
Yeah, so you lose all of that.
Yeah.
And the only thing that makes me worried about that is there's certain games like, I mean, you can still play them without the motion, but they've made certain games like the Mario where you can do your jumps with the motion controls,
Okay.
and and some things you can't do in the game unless you do the motion activated things.
Like I think Mario Party. I don't know if you
Yes.
can play that handheld.
So what you're doing there is, are you showing a little bit maybe that you're like maybe giving up on your motion Joy-Cons because you just
Maybe.
merged
a
your
lot of people
system.
like if they said, "Hey, no more motion," I'd say, "Okay, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Like, but I understand the games like the ones that you do stuff, not like Zelda. I don't want to do this for 2 hours, but like bowling and stuff. Okay.
100%. Yeah. So that's the only thing that I'm like, ooh, I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see. But yeah, the Nintendo, and I think it comes out very soon. Sometime,
I forget,
I think
yeah.
sometime by the end of this year or
Yeah.
October or fall. That's supposed to come
And
out.
they did announce the Pokemon that you get from Sword and Shield, 2 for each, but they're in the Japanese, the kanji.
Yeah.
See real quick. I don't know. But anyway, it's like, oh, that's cool. Sword
Now-
and Shield this
now-
year, hopefully.
That's getting big backlash because they've said they are not going to put every Pokemon in the game.
I think I said that. Like, I think you're gonna get 200, maybe not even 200.
It's a bad move.
Maybe 150.
It's your first. Like I guess so. They kind of did it with Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
where that region had its own decks,
Okay. That's what
So-
they might do.
so that you can
Plus
unlock the,
Pikachu.
yeah. So you could unlock the national decks
Mhm.
or the Kanto decks.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what this area is going to be called. I haven't really been super deep into it, but say this dex has this region only has 200 Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're the only 2 Pokemon you can get by that dex. Like they're not in the same number. Like number 1 isn't going to be this. It's going to be this because
Yeah.
it's a different deck. It's not the national deck.
It's not the regular Pokedex.
I think if you're coming out your first time ever, and you're going to put online capabilities, online battles.
I don't think I do online.
Yeah, it's like you can join each other's world and go take on like gyms and stuff.
Oh,
together.
that's cool.
I think it's a huge missed opportunity if you don't put every Pokemon in.
But what are they at now? 700 or something?
But you have a bigger like.
I know you
It's
probably get
about
in
that,
because you
yeah.
think how big Zelda is.
Yeah,
But
Zelda's huge, and you're gonna tell me you can't put
Yeah.
them all in.
I'm sure they could.
They might
don't
just
know.
patch it.
Maybe for the first one, they're like, hey, let's just do it like so many.
I think you come out hard in this first one. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Especially if you're pushing the thing where you can move Pokemon from game to game.
Yeah.
Why not just give people the opportunity to like have it in one game, and if they're like, okay, it's really hard to find this one, I can transform over, or I can bring it from
Yeah.
Let's Go. Like,
Unless they do DLC, but I can't. I don't.
yeah.
No,
No.
And this Friday, we do have one more news. This Friday, not this Friday coming up,
Mhm.
but the following Friday, I know myself and Andy. I don't know if
Nobody.
Ben not yet. He doesn't have a Switch, but Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah. I wonder who's available from the start. And I read the whole Game Informer article,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of characters they didn't even announce it.
Yeah,
And you start with 24. Like, whoa.
yeah, and it's they said what, over 30 or over 40,
I think it's at least over 30.
and they already said there's going to be at least a couple
DLC?
waves of DLC,
Wow.
and they already
That's
announced
like everybody.
they announced 3 packs of DLC.
Oh wow.
It's going to be there's a dragon noise. You can hear it. I know what
Yeah,
that
right
is.
there.
Is
No,
it
that
the
is up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
When you walk in, there's 2 switches.
Yeah.
When I guess if you guys just turn, if one of them just walk up and turn the bolt
Yeah.
off, what that is the fan above in the
Oh.
shower. It's old,
Oh,
so
okay.
it grinds. So
Yeah,
I gotta cut that off in a second. I'm gonna do it right now.
Well, you were
Okay, well,
you were
quickly-
mid thought though.
Sorry.
I'll give out my shout outs real
Okay,
quickly.
okay,
I
yeah,
got
go ahead,
tomorrow I got comedy show up in Scranton. Last
Ooh.
call
Yo.
comedy show. There's me.
Look at that flyer. It looks like a wrestling
I
flyer.
know, right? Look at that. Look at it. I know. Like, I sometimes I look at them. I'm like, they all look like I'm like, is this wrestling or is this comedy? I'm like,
They
Is that Let's Do Comedy?
no, it's a last call
Last
comedy showcase, volume 1.
Ooh.
Part of the first one. Will Cray will be hosting, and we got DJ Guardian doing music, Brian Walsh, there's me doing comedy, David Lawrence,
Did it, Lawrence?
Stewart.
How much is
David
it to get in?
I think you said did it.
It's $10 for a regular ticket. I think they have like VIP booth. It's like a really cool. It's called Madame Jenny's.
Okay.
It's like an speakeasy, and it's really awesome.
Probably
actually.
Where's it
It's
located?
like the guy. I looked at pictures and it looks
Probably not
really
really nice.
awesome. Yeah.
Where's it
really.
located?
In Scranton.
Okay.
At Madame Jenny's. You can still get tickets online, or you can go on the website of Madame Jenny's. Yeah, it's not. I mean, there's like
That's a
There's-
solid
there's
price.
like 8 of us, I
Yeah.
think, performing or something.
Wow,
So,
yeah, that's
not
worth
bad.
it.
Good
It'd be
comedy
like
night
what comic
for
blend or whatever.
$15.
Like,
You know,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like 8 comics for $15.
Yeah.
I'm doing 8 bands, 5 comics for a $25
There you
ticket.
go,
And
yeah.
people are like,
Yeah, it's a big
too much.
oh, I know,
Too
I
much,
know,
man.
right? Then I'm like, what are you talking about?
Too
I'm
much.
That's like, you know, they say
and they're 2
And you
national
still-
bands.
yeah, it's
They're 2
like-
national
like,
bands.
oh, I can't buy a shirt because it's $20, but you can buy a WWE shirt for $35. You know.
Yeah, right.
40 sometimes.
I also got the Peps Pub Open Mic Lager Laughs on Friday night. Sign-ups
Friday?
are this Friday coming up. Sign-ups are 8. Mike starts at 9. If you want to do comedy, if you ever thought about it, got your 5-minute setup. I think you
Go.
sent that one girl to me, or you had one girl my
Is she
name or
coming?
something. Like, yeah, I don't know. I actually messaged her about this.
Yeah.
I totally kind of forgot because I was on vacation mode and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it's coming up. I'm like, oh my god, I did
Yeah.
not prepare for
And
that.
that's in Port Carbon, right?
Yeah, Port Carbon at Peps Pub.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
I've
What?
never been to Port Carbon in my life.
Really?
Up until like until like 2 months ago. And
It's
then
close.
and then I went
Not
to
good.
I went to
Drag it
Alexis, their family invented
Oh,
us that
okay.
barbecue. So I went to that, and then I was like, where am I? I'm like, oh, you're in Port Carbon. Like, oh wow, I've never been here ever.
That's
And
awesome.
then like 8 things happened in the past couple months. I've been in Port Carbon like
How about that?
almost
I
every
live in Port.
almost
actually.
every other weekend.
Wow.
Like I went to the fireman's block party, and then a bunch of people from work. We all went to like the bar in Port Carbon a couple times. The
Oh, that-
port.
Oh,
yeah.
the new one right there. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. They used to
Well,
be Brody's.
Yeah, Brody's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm here all the time. Like I went from never ever being there to just like 8 times in a row.
Wow.
Always a tendency.
They used to have
I was
sometimes.
gonna say a lot of the comics are gonna be at the show. Will be probably at the open mic.
I'm
tomorrow,
gonna make a swing by. I'm gonna make an appearance at Culture to Culture, and then I'll swing by.
Cool.
All right. So as I was saying, The DLC.
Mhm.
That was a cool little segue. I don't remember the first one. I think it's in Humans, but I feel
which
like
I'm
it's
like,
not right. But it's
I don't
gonna
care.
be. They said X-Men, but it looked like the old, like
Oh, maybe get the old suits or something. Because Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Beast
90s
is in it?
X-Men.
No, Nightcrawler.
yeah. So it said
Ooh,
X-Men, but it
Nightcrawler.
looked like the old '80s cartoon,
Oh,
or not '80s,
90s,
90s,
yeah.
cartoon.
Ooh.
And then it said Fantastic Four.
I figured, yeah, but yeah, they're not in it.
Yeah.
None of them are in it.
So
Which I'm
Fantastic Four is to be DLC,
like, that would make sense.
which is cool.
And you probably get Silver Surfer unless he's in it already.
Dude, I am so excited for this game.
If only.
Yeah, it's 10 years it's been. Over 10 years.
You get yourself a Switch. You can help us take down Thanos. We need 4 people.
Okay.
I'm probably going to be Captain Marvel, but I am like Spider-Gwen.
My brother-in-law has a Switch, and I wonder if he's getting a new one or anything.
It's so.
He said his
I'm
daughter plays it too and everything
I'm
too now.
so excited for this game.
Yeah, I watched some videos. It looks like it plays like the old ones. You can switch the camera to like the isometric or whatever. Like,
From what I heard, though, it's
There's
more,
two
it's more
birds
beat
on
'em
it.
up than even more than it was before.
really?
Yeah.
Which, that's all right.
And
That's
then
level up
you can change the camera
use
mode.
powers. Yeah.
So you can play camera mode where it shows all 4 characters on the screen. So you can do local co-op, or if you're like me and Andy are playing online, I can, and he's worrying about his character and I worry about mine. I can zoom in on my character, and just only focus. And then the cool thing is like each character you can level up and do different things with. So the replay value is even higher because then you go back and play as another character.
Yeah, and you got all your fusions.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, it's gonna be so
I'm thinking
awesome.
the Defenders. Well, Luke Cage is in it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones. I think
what
she's gonna be
about-
secret.
what
about
Daredevil's
Iron
in it.
Fist?
What?
What about Iron Fist?
Iron Fist. I feel
Iron
like-
Fist, I think, is gonna be secret character.
Yeah.
If he's not, he's DLC with Jessica Jones. And if here's your Defenders pack, which would be Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's probably secret. And then
They're trying really hard to push Moon Knight for a movie.
yeah, I don't know about that. Kind of Reeves wants to do it, so maybe.
Yeah.
There's some wild shit going on with him too. Like,
Yeah.
People talk
He's
about.
like a
him.
resurgence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Good
crazy
for
because
him.
he.
like Robert Downey.
Wow.
You know?
It's funny because
Yeah, but at least Robert Downey Jr. actually has ranges.
Yeah. It's John Wick. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do 3 of them.
God damn it, man! John Wick really saved his life. And now people are like excited for Bill and Ted, and I was like, I didn't even like the first one.
I see one as a kid that couldn't play it.
Right, I
And
know.
people were like, all right, if you're like, hey, you're gonna get Speed, maybe.
Speed. There was a Speed 2, I think.
Yeah,
but he wasn't in it.
but he wasn't in it.
Speed
I remember
3,
being a
still
kid.
speeding.
I remember being a kid, and just being like, oh my god, this bus is gonna blow up. I was invested in that movie. All right. Anyone else have any news or anything they want to talk about?
I actually want to talk about something. I actually went to the new location of Main Street Video Games and More.
Okay.
And it's
And where?
Where's
in
this at?
Bloomsbury.
Oh,
It's right across the street from
the theater.
the Capitol. Yeah, the Capitol.
I'm terrified
And
about
And next to the sub shop.
yeah.
They come with the
And-
shop, yeah.
Believe it or not, it's a very nice shop now. It's like,
Is it more roomy?
oh my god, is it? And they have central air, so it's not that that
Mm.
air conditioner that's like plugged in the back, and it's like just
It's everywhere.
wafting like
Yeah.
slowly into
Like
the
our
whole
like our
store.
podcast studio?
Right now, I feel ain't bad.
But seriously though, it's a nice store. I mean, they have a lot of showcases and all too.
Oh, yeah,
they
it's,
scattered
yeah,
video games. No, comics now. They're doing comic
wow.
books. They're doing comic books, records, video games.
That's what if you
DVDs.
could if you could just open for like 30 minutes
Yeah,
on,
they
a
still
on a
closed
Monday.
on Monday or whatever.
It's the only
I mean,
guy
if
can
you
get
talk, if we talk to him, I don't see why not.
there. Yeah, I want to get there
He's
so
pretty-
bad.
He's
but
pretty
I
good
was there
about
once
that.
at the old location, which is
Monday's my
He's
only
been,
day.
he's been very good. Like I've been consistent with him.
Mhm.
Like just like going there and buying like bulk. And Nikolai has been the same way too. He always
when I was going there, I was buying a lot too.
yeah, and like he was hooking up. Like Tony would come out with like 30 DVDs, and he'd be like, okay, $30. Like, all right, you know,
Oh, yeah.
$1 a DVD.
Yeah,
brought
I
some
actually
too.
I actually bought the I couldn't find it forever. I found the Scarface game through him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
All right, let's have some snacks.
Alright.
So I already put a straw into the chocolate strawberry.
Strawberry.
So this is chocolate strawberry yoo-hoo.
If you guys remember from previous episodes,
We
I
did do
brought
yoo-hoo.
regular yoo-hoo. It was like a spur of the moment.
It was a
and
banana
I was
one,
at
too,
one
for a
store
while.
and I was like,
Was there?
oh.
Yeah.
So we
It
have
was a $2 for $1. So I was like,
we have strawberry yoo-hoo, which I haven't
I
had
like
in a
it.
long time, but I feel like I'm not gonna like it. But I could be wrong.
I think I want to like both. What are we doing first?
Chocolate
Chocolate
strawberry. We'll do
strawberry?
chocolate strawberry, and then we have
But what a mixture that sour cream and onion,
sour cream and onion Doritos from Japan.
Yeah.
The bag looks cooler.
doesn't it? So right there it says that's that sour cream and onion.
Now, is sour cream and onion not a normal flavor?
No, it's for Doritos.
And oh, it's not.
mm.
Because the whole time I'm like, what makes it so special? I wonder if sour cream and onion is a flavor that's popular in Japan as much as it's popular
I
in
would say
America.
no.
Because sour cream and onion to me is like white trash chips.
Yeah,
Well,
right. Like it's always at every barbecue.
Barbecue.
You know what I mean?
What a mixture sour cream and onion. I like this chocolate strawberry one. I think I like the strawberry one a little bit more.
It's like Gear's orange
Oh
drink,
jeez, Christmas.
but it's
So
chocolate
I'm gonna do
strawberry
this.
drink.
It's like a bomb diffusing. Oh, that smells
Ooh.
amazing.
Look how pink it is.
That's really pink. Oh my god.
All right, you're freaking me out.
It's
All right, so
Pepto-Bismol. No, it's pretty good. I like the strawberry one.
We all have heartburn.
I like the strawberry one way, but this ain't bad though.
all right, chocolate strawberry is not bad. I have to share. So I have to do one straw because mine didn't come with two
Oh
straws.
man, are you sure?
I since I have a nurse straw here, I shared.
I've already gotten like one of these juice boxes, like not like YooHoo, but like a juice box that came with like 2 straws. I was like, yeah, I like
All
tried
right,
to both of
so
them.
strawberry is good.
It tastes like a candy, I think. Like
It
a,
does,
Like
but I would be
a
terrified.
Charleston Chew.
I would not be able to
Charleston
drink anything more than this little container.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know how
This
you get like
size
a
only.
bottle, the glass bottle.
Yeah, that'd be too much.
If I got a glass bottle
Yeah.
of this, I would almost guarantee I'd puke.
on a hot summer day, milk was a bad choice.
I know, right?
And then we have two fruit roll-ups today. I don't know where the box went. Oh, it's right in front of my face. So these are the Jolly Rancher fruit roll-ups. So we have watermelon and green apple.
Look for flavor here, and it's like
It's
It's
way
just
over
I
there.
know. I was
little-
actually like, where? Where is it?
It's not a nice logo. It's like black little words and green apple.
I think. Oh, fuck.
Junior.
Fun fact: I don't like green apple.
Really?
I have not a green apple flavor.
I used to love green apple, but I just kind of grew out of it. Like
Green apple is my least favorite flavor. That's like the old Dane Cook joke. Green apple is the worst Jolly Rancher flavor.
Oh, I like when they replaced lime Skittles with green apple.
It just maybe it's a sour thing. I'm
I
not
haven't
sour.
tried the like the
It's not
rain
very
energy
good.
drinks. I haven't tried the green apple one because
Oh, I
I was
didn't get
like, I don't know. Like,
I didn't try the
like
bang
it.
one either.
I can never find bang anywhere. No one has bang.
Walmart has it, but it sells out in like 2 days.
Yeah.
They even have like an
I
end cap.
bet.
It
I
still
bet.
I'm
sells out.
People are
obsessed with peach peace tea.
Oh yeah, these are very good. Snowberry is very good, and raspberry.
The peach
Snowberry.
one is amazing.
They're $1 quarters. Right?
Mhm.
This is hard to get out.
So green apple is not. If anyone wants the last bite of like green apple, you can have it. That's
Okay.
too much. No, thank you.
Fruit Loops are very sweet though.
Yeah, and then watermelon. There used to be a joke.
They taste waxy.
There used to be a joke. So there was a joke at my last job. There's 2 in there for Heidi.
I was just gonna.
I like green apple, but it's okay.
There was a joke at my last job about there was a woman at the job. We'll just say she was lesbian,
Okay.
and
I like it already.
she said my favorite Jolly Ranchers are blueberry because the aftertaste tastes like the P word. We'll say,
Who is she? That's what I want to know.
right? We
The
never
girl,
argued.
the girl from Willy Wonka?
We never argued it, but then ever since then, everyone fought for the blue ones.
I'm doing. I gotta taste it.
Yeah, so that was always an
I feel like she's like just like saying stuff just so guys will be like,
Yeah.
like,
No, she had no care. She did not care what guys thought of her.
No, like she was like protecting the woman's race. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sticking up for you guys.
That's
like say one complete lie that's not true about women, just so like we trick you men.
It reminds me
You know,
of
like the usual.
40-Year-Old Virgin, where it's like, yeah, boob feel like a bag of sand.
Oh yeah,
Right, yeah.
Like a bag of sand.
What
Hey,
does
hey,
like
hey,
what
you
does
touch
a
boob?
boob? What does a boob feel like?
Yeah.
Good.
What?
I mean, like if you had to describe it, I mean, I don't know, like
That's exactly
That would be the best way to
like,
describe it. Just like fun back.
like that.
Fake boobs don't feel that great.
I've never felt. Yeah, I don't know.
Never
I
felt
don't
one.
know.
I have.
What do they feel like?
They have a little bit more weight to them.
Not even the
A
weight.
lot of people say like a softball or something like.
They're hard. There's no give to them.
Which I can imagine.
There's no give. It's literally like touching the table. It's hard as a rock.
Yeah.
Maybe if people got
Can you imagine
better,
like hugging someone like that?
No.
unless
sure it's
people
better.
got a good job.
Ooh,
Maybe.
I think the watermelon's much better.
Watermelon is much better.
Mm.
All right. So
Significant.
The green apple wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad.
if you want those, you can have them. That's too much.
But it's
too much
rich in
going on.
calcium and vitamin D.
Yeah.
Get that vitamin D.
Got enough D. I don't have herpes, Ben. You can use my straw. You weirdo.
I want to get every last drop.
Hey, there's a herpes scare.
Mm.
People haven't heard about it.
We all have herpes. It's just what
You know what the funny?
extent.
You know what the funny thing is? Your favorite trivia guy every Wednesday.
Has herpes.
Yeah,
No,
hey.
apparently he got it. No, they made an inside. They were making an inside joke on one of the chats.
The watermelon almost
About
tastes like a bubble gum.
Can that be the team name if I go back? Larry has herpes. In the fridge is that peach stick. Can you pour me a little bit?
Sure.
All right, so this is Japan sour cream and onion Doritos.
Doritos.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lame.
Phenomenal.
I have a rope in my mouth, so I'm gonna let that try and go away. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. It's not some wacky like.
So it
cottage
tastes like a mix between sour cream and onion and Cool Ranch.
Oh, I hate Cool Ranch. So I
Yeah.
don't like it.
All the way.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
you don't like have it here
What?
like this time.
It smells like a sour cream and onion.
It does.
The
It
sour
kind
cream
of
is
Cool
Ranch,
Ranch,
it has that Cool Ranch tang.
Oh, I'm gonna hate them. Eat them all.
Oh.
I'll try one.
And he's just like,
Maybe I'm way off
I
base
hate tangy.
because Doritos, and I expect the tang with a different flavor.
Yeah.
I think pretty good actually.
I have Tears for Fears head over heels playing in my head all day today, and I can't get it out of my head.
I was like, what does this have to do with Doritos?
I don't know.
Ben just coming in with it. If you haven't seen the last Bang and Beers episode, wow, Ben was a superstar on that one.
Is it the one with the terrain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched a little bit of that.
Ben came pretty intoxicated, and then he had his not intoxicated.
You guys get drunk off of wine.
Ben was
Drunk out.
Ben was from the night before he was feeling it, and then he came sober, right? But as soon as that first beer,
I literally woke up. Put it this way. So, one of our games that we're talking about, I played it for a while, flipped on Stranger Things, drank it till 5:30 in the morning, and I told Burge to shut up.
By himself.
Then went to bed. I wake up, and I was like, 2:38.
I was
What?
like, I-
Is
oh
that,
my-
is that really what it is?
So if this makes you feel any better, Ben, oh my God, Move Over Shipper said, oh my God, I love the last Bang and Beers. I literally died laughing so many times.
That's cool.
So Ben has no idea. Like, it's just it's typical Ben, where he just like he's him, even if he's not even trying to be possibly offensive. Or so Ben it has his first beer, and it literally brings him back to 5:30 in the morning when he's hammered.
Yeah, that was
Like
bad.
so I don't know if you've ever seen Ben drunk, but he has that glaze. He gets that glaze in his eyes, and he kind of just sits there, and you're like, man, I don't know what's coming out of Ben. So we're talking about our Mount Rushmore of superheroes with terrain, and I said number one has to be Superman, and Ben goes, yeah, even though he was made by two Jews,
Well,
and terrain goes,
he's not lying.
Terrain goes, what does that have to do with anything? And then Ben tells this 30-second story of why he didn't mean it the way he said it, but didn't help himself at all. And I was like, just stop.
Jewish guys.
Yeah.
They like money.
That's what he did.
They like money.
He told the whole story of Superman and these two kids, but didn't explain the fact that the way he said it was the most like Jews. You know what I mean? Like it was horrifying.
So the chips, they're okay, but they're not for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of
I wish
onion
there
on
was
that.
a bag I could pick
Yeah,
up after work.
And that
That
episode went for like 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it broke the record. I think it might be our longest episode.
And I did
That
The
was, I was
the
like, oh my
banginest.
gosh.
It was crazy.
I did a Clint Eastwood impression too.
Like 100, like for fucking.
Was
30
you guys
hours.
had wine,
Oh.
right? Was a little bit of that wine you were
Yeah.
picking him?
I didn't have too much wine.
Terrain was
Ben?
just like, well.
You ever drink wine?
Yeah, I hate it.
So
Oh,
dry
man, you gotta
wine.
find yeah, the thing is, I'm a sweet wine. I like a good Moscato.
I tried sweet wine. I don't like it. Dry. I would prefer myself to be more of a dry wine fan. But that one dry wine, like you literally,
brought.
you're literally putting liquid into your mouth, and somehow your entire mouth feels like you just suck every bit of moisture out of it.
No.
Oh, the red wine Merlot.
The Merlot was like, I was like, how is
Yeah,
that?
it's
Like,
really dry.
what is this
Sometimes you're like,
wine
this is so dry.
Yeah. The other one we did, the really fancy name one.
There was Barefoot Moscato, and then I forget.
They're
there was
both
a-
barefoot. And then some young Blanc.
Oh God.
Am I saying that?
I think
Some
that
young
might-
guy.
I kept calling the cream of some young guy.
Yeah.
So I think it's some young Blanc.
something along those lines. I remember
That
that.
actually was really tasty.
I think.
at some point he just started saying the years the comics came out. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Ben's like, it's like being like, I hate Jews. Well, why, Ben? Well, see, the year the comic came out, and you're like, but I don't really hate them. Like, he tried to backpedal, and he was hammered, and like, at the point, like, I never met Terrain before this day, so like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're gonna like.
and I'm just like, oh my, like, is this gonna turn into a fight? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was Terrain's a fucking sweetheart, one of the coolest dudes I
Oh my
ever
god,
met.
he is. Yeah.
I was invited. So was Ben, but I'm terrified to still bring up Ben.
No, he loves when every time I'm on this podcast, I'm so drunk.
Yeah.
Like so drunk. Like I always end up singing like in
Why
like
is
at
the
night
name of
theme
this podcast?
songs.
You didn't say that yet.
Alcoholics.
Seriously.
We're alcoholics.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a crossover.
Whoa.
We're gonna go on
Nice,
alcoholics
yeah.
and possibly even getting blitzed. And talk
Oh,
sports.
boy.
Oh, the
Okay.
basketball one.
Well, it's a sports.
Oh, it's a sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, go check them out. They are on Anchor, and pretty much every major podcast platform.
Yeah, like iTunes. and
Alcoholics, so they
Spotify.
talk about politics.
I'm on there.
Yeah, I would say now this is not a knock or a bash or anything like that. I'm just kind of putting it out there from what it is a very democratic show,
Okay.
but they do have Republican guests
That
comes
comes
on,
on, yeah.
and they from both sides of the coin.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's always a
That's the
good
best
thing
for a
to
show.
have like that openness to like actual conversation.
Rather
Because you
this
don't
is the way
see
it
that a
is.
whole lot. Yeah,
I've
you
been,
don't see that
I've
a
been
whole
told
lot.
by friends that I'm a liberal, but I feel like there are certain topics that I toe the line on both sides. I don't.
There's no red.
Like I
this
said-
is my thing. If there's no red or blue, everyone's like purple. Like this isn't like back in the day where you're like,
I
oh,
agree
I'm only
100%
one.
with what they say.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
that's what
find 1%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And
so
then-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And then at one point, I was like, my political view, wandering samurai, and Terrain just starts losing it. I'm just like, whenever it comes up,
I think he was laughing at you for all the wrong reasons at that point.
yeah,
It was
whatever.
It was crazy.
it's okay. He went to the hospital. He gets it.
That one,
I
that
don't
one
know,
went
guys,
off
I can't-
the
I can't say anything
rails.
about
Yeah, that was funny. We talked about like social issues and stuff. We talked about black people getting killed by cops.
it. Oh, geez.
It was, and then we went from that to like video games, and then he asked us some questions. It was all over the place, but it was a really, really good
It's
time.
cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. But anyways, I have to bring you guys some really good. I mean, just like beer, why you have to find the good one and everything? Because like sometimes there's like some like these are like this crap and you know whatever. That's what I think. But
Nikolai
I'll have
had
to
the-
bring a good one.
Nikolai
There's-
had the Game of
I know some
Thrones
local
wine.
wineries around here that are pretty dope.
Yeah, he had the Game of Thrones wines.
Yeah, he had Merlot there too. He had Merlot at New Year's.
Yeah.
I
Is
tried
that
a
what it
wine
was?
slushy one time, and that was delicious down the beach.
What?
There's wine shop we went in. They had
Yes.
samples of wine slushies. I don't know what flavor it was.
Yeah.
I'll try it. That's really good. I had a couple. It was good.
All right. So what are we watching? What
Eat
are
the
we?
whole thing.
Actually, while we're
Please.
going over this topic real quick, because we're making great time. This is awesome. Anyone in the chat that is a fan of the show, every week we're always looking for a different topic.
Yeah.
We're always and we always like to bring it out to the fans, and you guys pick the topic.
Mhm.
And anytime if you are local and you ever want to come hang out, man, we always have a chair. So this week's topic is video game battles. So I'm just gonna give away one or two here just to kind of give you an idea where we're gonna go with this list. And if you have any, add them in the chat. And if you have any topics that you want us to cover, put them in the chat as well. So this video game battle, we're trying to pick two games that are very, very similar.
Okay.
We do have
With
some
two totally different games.
yeah, two totally different games, and we're trying to stay away from the same developers because sometimes developers like Dishonored and BioShock are very similar games, but
Did the same people make those?
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
I didn't care too much for this one.
Bethesda kind of makes the same game. Like you have Fallout and Skyrim,
Yeah,
uh,
one's post-apocalyptic, one's Sword
yeah.
and Sorcerer.
then you have BioShock, Dishonored, Wolfenstein, Doom.
Mass
So
Effect, Dragon Age, same people make it.
yeah, EA. So we try to stay away from some of those. So like example, we have Mario games for Sonic games. Now we will try to keep it to a certain time frame because some like they never made a Sonic like they made. I could be wrong. Like they made Mario 64. Like that was kind of its own
Sonic
style.
Sonic Adventure.
It was very
Well, it
like
wasn't
that.
open world, but
Yeah.
at least 3D.
Yeah.
So Mario 64 actually I put that in a different category with against another game later on this
Oh,
list.
okay.
So you'll see. So that's what our topic's going to be. I know.
I hate you guys.
Yeah, Alexa says I never have topics.
Well,
She would clean up if she had topics, but it could be anything, Alexa. It could be
Yeah.
anything. Like even if you're like, hey, I wonder what their favorite movies are. You can make that topic for us.
or
It
you
could
want to
be
get even specific. What's your favorite comedy movie?
Yeah.
Or
comedy movie,
Whatever,
movies.
yeah.
What's your favorite action movie?
Who's your
Yeah.
favorite actor?
What is Andy Hedder's favorite Disney movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None.
if Andy Hedder was stuck in a room and he
Yeah.
had to watch one Disney movie, what would it be? Like,
Beauty and the Beast.
If you had to fill
I got
Andy
you.
with one
Just
Disney
so I use the
movie,
loophole and say Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, there you go.
That doesn't count.
So any of those topics, and if you have any video games that you think would be a good battle that we don't bring up or that you want to talk about, put them in the chat now. So we're going to get into real fast what we're watching, playing, and reading, and we'll go from there. I'll start. I don't have that much going on. I've been playing Civilization 6 on my Switch. It's just one of those time spend games. I just started
Did you
playing
pick the nation, like Germany, France.
Yep. It's like Risk.
Okay.
It's like playing Risk, but there's a lot more to it. It's really hard. Like it's a hard learning curve. You have
Yeah.
to really start studying it and really get into it to get good. But yeah, I've been playing the new Tomb Raider. So I'm
Okay.
working on like 3 games at once right now.
I think
boy.
how many new ones is there? 3?
I'm on the 3rd one.
Okay, I played the first one.
The first one was awesome. The
Yeah,
second one was
I like
awesome.
the first
I played the first one.
I'm on the 3rd one right now because it's on Game
So
Pass.
it's Tomb Raider. What this one's called?
Yeah, what I forget.
Shadow
of the
Yeah,
Tomb Raider.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually working on Tomb Raider, Doom,
Oh my.
and I just finished the Assassin's Creed 3 remastered. I didn't play Liberation and I didn't do any of the DLC.
Okay, yeah.
I once I play Assassin's Creed or a game like that,
Gotta take a break from.
I'm like I gotta take a break.
Yeah, 'cause it's a lot of.
Yeah.
Then you're doing the same thing again.
Yeah,
I
so like I try not to jump in the same one again.
go to a different genre.
Yeah, so that right now I'm working on Tomb Raider and Doom.
Okay.
Both really good games. I'm having.
I
a
didn't
good
play
time.
that Doom. At
Doom
all.
is fun. It's a lot of fun. And I'm kind of achievement hunting my first playthrough because I don't have much time to play games. So I'm really not like Tomb Raider. I'm going through and just enjoying it and just kind of playing it. And Doom, I'm kind of playing it with a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Not so much to hear what comes up, but just like, hey, when you're in this room, if you walk up here, make a left, that's the secret room.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm trying to get all the secrets done the first time through, so I don't have to go like.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to replay it again.
Yeah.
It does
You
have.
don't enjoy that much.
From what I've been playing of it though, it has a crazy replay value. Like there's a lot of cool things you can
Alright.
keep doing in that
Cool.
game. Yeah. And
I'm gonna get it. It's $20 right now.
I mean, mechanically, it plays beautifully.
Yeah, but I think Bethesda.
Yeah, it's great mechanics. The guns are amazing. The melee's good. It plays very, very well.
What's your favorite gun to use that you have? Plasma rifle, double barrel shotgun, regular shotgun.
I would say the regular, the shotgun, or the pistol. I use a pistol.
Oh, okay.
a lot, yeah.
I always like the plasma rifle.
Yeah.
Didn't like
There's a double barrel. There's a shotgun, like a modern shotgun, and then there's the old school double barrel with
Oh,
the 2
yeah.
slugs.
Yeah. You could double tap and fire the cackle demons.
Yeah, it's wild though. It's really really fun game. And then what I've been watching, I got sucked in. I'm a sucker for like documentaries, and anything that's prison show related. I don't know why.
Okay, there's been a lot lately.
So there's
a
this
lot.
one I watched season 1 of, and I was obsessed with it. And it was it's like these juvenile girls, and they're in this halfway house type thing. But I watched season 1. I was really into it, and I thought I would learn more about the girls in season 2 to see like how they progress and stuff. But now it's just completely different people. But I don't know why it fascinates me. And then
What's your show called?
I forget.
Oh,
It's all those prison shows.
Girls.
Yeah, prison girls, and they do stuff. That's what it's called.
Girls in Carter.
And then I started watching Black Mirror.
Oh, the new episodes came out, right?
I just
Like
watched
new
the
season?
first episode of the newest season.
What is that? Is that the zombie show?
No, it's kind of like the Twilight Zone.
Okay.
But it's
Oh,
like
that's right,
more
yeah,
futuristic.
So
Okay.
you want to hear what I think?
Go ahead. I'll never watch.
So I think you will though. If you hear
Oh
it.
my God, there's
So
two
this first
episodes.
episode, Falcon's in it,
Oh, okay.
right?
Anthony Mackie.
So Anthony Mackie is in your flute robes are there.
Oh,
Anthony Mackie is he's dating this girl,
Okay.
and they have a apartment flat, and him and his buddy lives with him. So it's like his girlfriend, and his best friend. Like that's the dynamic of
Sounds
their,
like a sitcom.
yeah. That's like the dynamic of their friendship. And then he would stay up super late and smoke pot and play video games with his friends.
You're passing it
And
down.
they'd play this fighting
Really
game.
good.
And the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, man, they're playing on a PlayStation 2. I thought this game was more up to par, and then you realize that it goes into the future then.
Oh, okay.
So then they end up playing on like a more modern system later on. So he Anthony Mackie ends up getting married, has kids. He became like a dad
To
mode,
that girl.
and
To that girl. They got married.
to the same girl, and his friend just kind of is a bachelor, just living his life, just kind of thing. They don't hang out as much, but they're one of those friends where they don't see each other for 10 years, and they can meet, and then they're right back where they were. So it's his birthday party, but it's not like a birthday. It's like a dad birthday party. There's kids running around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad for this guy.
Yeah. It's like they're pretty much painting that his life is just at this point he's just dad mode.
He gave up. He's driving a
It's
minivan.
boring.
All he
he's
talks
like
about is
he's
taking the
like,
kids to baseball
and
practice.
he's like he has like I got a little bit of ability because I hurt my knee, like one of those.
Yeah, right.
So the buddy shows up. He's like, "Oh, I got you a gift," and he goes, "Oh, here," and he gives him this brand new game. He goes, "Oh man, we used to play this all the time." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, well, "I don't have the VR thing," and he goes, "I got you that too." And he goes, "Oh man." So they go home that night, and
We'll
he's
be
still
talking about this on Bangin' Beers.
yeah. So if you
I
watch
remember
Bangin' Beers,
that.
you're already kind of know the story. So they put the way this game works is you put this little circle thing on your
Yeah.
head, and you literally just you fall out.
God.
You fall. Your eyes go white,
Yeah.
and you are completely immersed.
You're in the,
you are in this game.
What's
The Matrix. It's kind of like jumping into the
What's
Matrix.
the Assassin's Creed one called? The
Animus.
Yeah, the Animus.
So when you're in this virtual reality, everything in this world,
Is it like how much
Okay,
is that
um,
chips
he everything in this world you feel, you experience, it's you.
Oh boy.
So like even when you talk,
Yeah.
it's not
Your
you talking,
character, yeah.
it's your character, but you're speaking through your character. Like so, if me and you were playing this fighting game, I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Andy?"
Yeah.
But if you're a girl, it's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you punch me, I feel the punch. If
Oh,
you, so they start fighting. They're fist fighting,
Kills him.
right? And his buddy plays this girl character, and he plays this boy character in a fighting game. So they're fighting, and then it gets to the point where the girl's on top of the guy.
Yeah.
And in game.
Yeah.
Right? And then they don't talk for a couple days, and then like he calls, he's like, "Hey man," he's playing on the game, and his friend comes online,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You want to play the fighting game?" And he just messages him, "Hey man, what's up? Yo man, I was drunk." Like, yeah, me too. All right, cool. Right? So then they like, let's play again. So they get in the game, and they walk up to each other. They're just having sex on each stage and each board, and but it's like so.
I do not want to watch this.
Right. So so Anthony Mackie's character is like he's torn because he's not gay.
Yeah.
Because he's having sex with a female character,
Mhm.
but it's that weird like they know who each other
Yeah,
are type
yeah.
thing. And then like it's affecting his personal then it kind of starts going into the more social aspect. It starts affecting his wife, his marriage, and everything like that. And then there's a resolve at the end, which is it ties it up really good. It was a really really good episode. But like I was joking around like if they made a virtual reality game like that and it was that immersive, like because he even said he was
Right.
I've never been a girl my whole life, but to have like it's a different sensation. Like I feel that sensation. And he's like, it's not like it's gay. Like it's like they don't know how to describe it, but
No.
because they have that emotional connection as friends, I guess that's what enhanced it for him. And then they can't stop doing it.
Oh, God. What a show.
Yeah, but like in real life, they're not going to kiss each other. I kind of put it to like remember when the internet first or like phones, there was like a phone sex line. You know what I mean? Like people always find a different way to try to explore
Oh,
sexuality.
Yeah.
Phones
that
on the internet,
Chat rooms.
and then there's webcam sex. You know what I mean? Like
cam girl.
the
Oh,
cam girl. And now like if virtual reality video game became a thing that was that in depth, 100% that would happen.
Oh yeah, people do it.
Like-
And they would make like a bot that would, it's not a person at all. It's just like you're just banging a
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, that's what he said in the episode too. He's like, I tried to have sex with a computer, but it's not the same thing. Like
Oh my
it's
God.
it gets so in depth, it's crazy. But like, could you imagine like you're like, cool, new Street Fighter came out, and you're like, bink, and you're like, go into the game,
banging each other.
and you walk into the game, and you're like, enter lobby, and it's just everyone just having a giant virtual reality fighting game. God damn it! Like,
Come on, guys. Then we're supposed to be fighting.
we are fighting. All my video games are ruined. I can't even play Madden.
Oh, man.
Like this
Come on, guys.
22 person orgy on the middle of the football field.
I can see it happening. America.
But- They would have to program that into the game. So that's the designers.
Well, it's at this point like the way this technology kind of works in
Yeah.
this is like
Because then there's only really one game then, right?
yeah.
There's not what's the difference between
Like
one game and another.
this
if you do
game
whatever
kind
you
of
want.
shows like you know how like the boards kind of change. You can
Yeah.
go to like this game like they were just like you were literally in the game. They don't program moves in. It's you doing it.
Yeah.
The way the technology was in this episode was insane. Like it was crazy.
Game, really? And you could do whatever you wanted. I don't have to buy another game.
It's very true.
See?
Yeah.
A loophole.
Some things though, because the guy said he was like, "Oh, I don't remember what moves this character does."
Oh. So yeah.
So I feel like it has to a point.
I'm
Like,
sure
I don't
they
know.
I'm
Like,
sure they didn't sit down like, well, we
Yeah.
have to make a little
Yeah,
video game.
but it was a very interesting
It was
episode.
a different. Yeah, I like their
It's really
ideas for
long.
those.
Yeah.
for fucking-
long.
It was long. Like the newest seasons, like they're like mini movies.
Mm.
Like, they're
But
long.
every
Like
episode's like a different thing, right?
yeah, and there's an episode coming up with Miley Cyrus. I'm pretty excited about. I don't know. Kind
She
of.
calmed down a lot over
I think she's cool
And
as
she
shit.
grew her hair back.
Yeah, I think she's
Engaged
cool as shit.
now, or married.
I think she has the voice of a 25-year-old man.
She did just release her latest album, which is definitely like a party
Right.
album. I'm like, oh my god, you're still.
I don't- dude,
She
Yeah,
was
it's
on
just
Howard,
it's like there's like 5 songs and like one of them. I mean, they're not great. There's one
Her voice
that's
is-
like okay, but
Yeah. When she was on Howard, I got a lot of respect for her. Just hearing her story. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. I like her music. Do
Yeah.
that for her. It's
Yeah.
not like a man.
I
After I
like some of
heard,
her songs, but it's just like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
there's it's okay here and there.
after I heard that,
I'm over it.
I'm over.
So what are you guys watching, playing, reading?
I just actually last night just rented the remake of Pet Cemetery.
oh,
last
easy,
night,
man.
and,
What did you think?
I actually liked it. It made a lot more sense.
That's what I said.
It like there
Nikolai-
was reason
Nikolai
for
fought,
it.
Nikolai
Yeah.
fought me to the death on this movie.
Well, he
we
didn't
got
like it.
we were arguing in the car to the point where Heidi's like, enough talking about the movie.
He didn't like it. He didn't like the remake.
He is very partial to the original because his friend was in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So no matter what that movie did,
It was
But
the best.
they
Yeah.
even explained that part even better too. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not like obviously I feel like this movie would have been good if they didn't have the last one to like be like, all right,
yeah.
it makes
So
sense.
it to me is it took what it needed to take to make it a Pet Cemetery movie, but did enough to change it so it kept it new. And I thought it was a good take on the movie. The only thing I wish they didn't do is I wish I never knew going into the movie that they changed the death from the little boy to the little girl.
I heard that was in the original, like in the actual book or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
that
in
right?
the first movie, the little boy dies.
yeah,
But the way
That
they
was a good
the
twist.
way they shot it in the movie,
they made you think.
they
Like,
made you still think the little boy
boy's
was.
gonna
But then
die,
they show
but-
you in the trailer of the movie that that's not the case. That
I
Ellie
thought it was
dies.
a lot creepier.
I would
than
have
her
kept
all.
that. I would have kept that in the
honestly.
dark.
Yeah.
Just me personally, I would have if I was making that movie or I was in charge of production, I would have never told anyone that they changed the depth from the boy to the girl. I would have made everyone
Yeah, they
think
should just
going
keep it a
in
secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you'd be like, oh
Surprise.
man,
Yeah.
like you know,
Because the way
even
they-
like the whole way up, you
Heel
mentioned
turn.
Christine was like, oh, even Gabe's supposed to be alive. They're like, yeah, like little girl, like.
Yeah.
I'll explain. Here's another thing. I was thinking about like trying to write this joke. Like that whole situation could have been avoided if you are not a dad, because he did everything. He was like, "Gotta bury the cat for my daughter. Gotta bury my daughter because she's my daughter." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotta be the dad.
Gotta be his daddy.
Every bit of that beat down, great life.
Yeah.
yeah.
My cat's
Moral
dead.
of the
Yeah.
In the
story,
bushes.
Yeah.
I know. That damn cat was everywhere.
I'm out of here. See ya.
I was like, look at this.
I
had
little
enough.
cat.
And they explained the Wendigo a lot better. They made the power of the Wendigo. They kind of imply it a lot in the original. Where in this one, they're like you could see like he kind of is in a trance because of the Wendigo, which is a supernatural being that lives in the woods that makes you go out
Do
there.
they ever
Yeah,
show, do they ever
exactly.
show it?
No, you
I think
hear
you
it.
get you kind of get like a sense of
So
it.
they show a drawing of it in a book.
Oh, because it's like a Bigfoot. That's what
It's like a
in
giant-
lore it looks like.
Kind of. It has
How
like
do you?
horns.
I
and-
thought you were gonna be like, I didn't like that they had Victor's a black guy.
Oh yeah.
Yo, which I was
Victor's-
like, oh man, like so progressive. But then I was
I
like,
thought
oh,
Victor-
I know why they did it because
Like
they
it
used
dies.
he looked out the window and it's like dark and you see Victor in the background
Yeah.
and he's black. And I was like, oh come on, you
Yeah.
just did that so you can scare people. Like,
But I thought Victor was
What is
better in the
that?
remake too, because in the original one, Victor
Yeah.
was kind of goofy.
yeah, exactly.
He's
This
like-
one was like scary.
He's like, "Woo, I'm a ghost. Come follow me, boy."
Follow me in my gym yellow shorts. yeah, you're like yellow shorts on.
and in the original one, he's laughing like, "Oh, I want to be a spooky ghost." And this one, Victor looks like the dude from the Victor,
Oh, that
Uh,
one, the Somalian
Captain
pirate.
Phil.
yeah, Victor was
Phillips.
just like the whole time he was like dead eyes, like
He was
fucking
the
scary.
remake was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah. I don't think
John Lithgow, I loved him.
awesome.
Yeah, he was really good.
He's
at
al-
that.
he's
Yo,
always
he
a good
definitely
actor
played
when he
like
does.
The acting was better in the remake. than the
how
original.
funny
Oh,
his
yeah.
reaction was when he like didn't like his wife came home unexpectedly. He's just like, oh my god, how am I gonna explain this? Like I brought my dead daughter back to life. Like you know what I mean? Like and like her being
He
oh
looks
my
like
god, and like the moments.
he's been up for like 8 days. Look like he's on a huge coke binge. His eyes are bloodshot.
I know, right? He's just like,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
now.
It's like,
He's like, she's like, "What's wrong?" Like, nothing. I'd even like, I'm not coming in the house.
Yeah.
She would have never bought it. She would never
And, like,
walked in.
The whole
Nope.
thing with her being scared of, her childhood made way more sense.
Mm.
Like, and even as scared of me.
Yeah.
Because I
I
never
was scared. I was
understood
like,
it. I didn't understand
"Ow."
what was
Yeah.
going on before in the whole
Because they
Yeah.
randomly throw that in there. They really do. They just like randomly, and they don't ever mention it one more time until.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that she's all like, "Oh, I believe death and different." It was, remake was way better. For
I
sure.
thought- I thought
I'll
they-
buy Nikolai on this too.
Yeah, I thought. So here's the way I boil it down. I think the original, the iconic moments in the original outshine the iconic moments in the remake, but the remake had better acting and storytelling.
Storytelling, yeah.
Yeah.
They all do. All the
I thought it was a
remakes
good.
do
I thought it was a
fine.
good movie, and the end.
liked it.
I won't ruin anything, but
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
will
watch it.
say I do like when horror movies do like there is no happy ending.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
It makes it scarier.
I guess so. I'm not horror guy.
Like one of my favorite horror movies is The Mist.
Oh, is that one where it
Oh,
said
Where they're stuck in a
sequel,
grocery store?
yeah.
ain't that a Shyamalan?
No, that was
Stephen.
a Stephen King.
Oh, what's that?
Stephen
And
did
at
that.
the, at the very end, they're all stuck in the car and they all think they're gonna die. And he
Yeah.
only has enough bullets for everybody in the car except him. So he's
Okay.
like, "All right,
Well, I'm gonna lie.
I'll be the
I'm
one to
alive.
shoot them all because we're gonna die anyway. These monsters are gonna rip us apart, horrible death." So he literally shoots everyone in the car.
Really?
Shoots a little kid. He
God.
shoots his kid, the girl he likes, the people
Yeah.
in the back, their kid. And then he's like clicking the gun, like he's super dramatic, like, "Oh my god," like he's freaking out. And he gets out of the car and he's screaming like, "Get me!" And all of a sudden, the military drives on the street and
Yeah.
they took care of the whole situation.
Like,
Oh, boy.
if you just stay, like,
If
wait
you
another
if you
day.
literally would have waited
Yeah.
15 minutes,
Is that the one Tom Jane? In it?
the dude who played Punisher.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Tom Jane.
Yep. Awesome movie.
That was a
Awesome
good
movie.
one.
Yeah, I love those endings where it's just like, man, nothing good happened.
See, I don't like that.
Yeah, Mama had that too.
Too much bad and sad stuff in real life. I don't want to see it in my movies. That's what I say.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, but like you watch
That's
it
what I
and
said.
you're
That's
like,
for me. That's for me.
Strangers,
Not
Strangers Part 1.
I don't know.
Strangers. Yeah, that was
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I just watched that.
Like in my movies, the ugly guy gets the hot chick. Everyone gets money.
Knocked
They
up.
become famous.
rom coms.
Yeah, not that got too serious.
Yeah.
But the happy ending. They get superpowers. They beat the villain, and they save the day.
I can
And
imagine.
nobody dies. And if they do that, they come back.
Hey, and you don't like Disney movies? What the heck?
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, that's every
Andy.
Disney movie.
Yeah.
No singing.
No singing. Yeah.
No, very rarely is there a princess, and there's no talking animals.
What if she's really hot?
Yeah, but that,
What if she's like a cosplay princess?
that's okay. That's not if it's the con. But the fat kid, the fat ugly guy gets the cosplay girl at the end.
Yeah.
And he gets his driver's license because he never had it. Maybe he gets, see, you want to watch that movie?
The good '80s movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens in well, not really what happens, but kind of like you would hate the new It then. 'Cause
I've seen it. And I don't care.
The chubby fat kid was like so in love with her, and he writes her a love note, and she thinks it's the handsome boy, and the
Yeah.
fat kid gets
The
nothing.
redhead girl, or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh my god, Timmy wrote me," and he's like,
And then I'm like-
Billy's like, "It was me."
And then they're like beating him up with the crowbar and stuff. They can beat him up the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're done it. You know. I don't. They just piss me off. Like
All right,
I hate
so-
when there's no good guys.
So
The good
here's-
guys are idiots.
Here's literally like when I get better equipment.
Yeah.
we're
Oh, Mystery Science Theater.
yeah, Mr. Science Theater
Yeah.
header.
Ah, there's blood in the tub. Who cares?
We're just gonna videotape header watching a movie and
The
like
fashion, like
and then just edit it
Yeah.
all out to the funny parts. We're like,
it's
here's
like
Andy.
it's different when Ash fights back. It's like,
Yeah.
and I hate when they're idiots and they can't fight back or they do fight back. It's so simple. Why didn't you do that to begin with?
And they
Why,
always trip
why,
and
did,
fall.
why did the movie just
Yeah.
start and you
Ball.
kick Chucky and just rip him apart? Now that he had a power
Well, that
that
obviously
he
didn't
keeps
work.
healing.
Because he ripped apart, right? That's why he was all stitched up.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you do that right off the bat?
Or
I
just
know
like
that
get a
ruins the
flamethrower.
movie.
They still
but-
had to shoot it in the heart. They
Mm.
still had to shoot it.
You know, why doesn't Darth Vader just stab Luke and kill him? You know,
He was bothering her.
makes sense. I know, kind of was the movie.
If he was that much into this force, then he
It
could
was like
see,
watching
into the future. He
Citizens.
would
It's
kind of know that Luke's going to become what he becomes, right? Because then kind of how the force works, you can kind of see it, like, the future a little bit.
Some people can, yeah.
I mean, Darth Vader was the OG daddy of it all. I mean, sure he was just like, "Oh shit, my two kids are going to be a pretty big deal."
Yeah,
Should probably.
it made me my granddaughter. But we can't talk about that right now.
Is it one of those they think like, oh, they're gonna be a big deal, so I better do something about it? But if he never did anything about it, nothing probably would have happened.
Like Vader would like, "My son's going to eventually kill me." Lightsaber dick off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, someone's already born.
The
Yeah.
cleaner castration.
Yeah, it wouldn't bleed.
Yeah, it's just like
I don't think I
like a
think
magic
I
eraser.
think that was all cybernetic then when he was Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I don't think he had any.
I think he was like burnt to the bottom.
I don't know. That's a good question. Does he have
How
a
does
penis?
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
How does Darth
I
Vader
think he
poop?
had-
I bet you there's a whole forum.
That's our next topic.
Yeah.
Next week's topic: how does Darth Vader use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Or just Darth Vader eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else? Watching, playing, reading?
I got the latest expansion pack of The Sims 4 Island Living.
Oh, the
You live on
island.
a
Someone was
beach,
talking
and
about
it's
that.
awesome. I made a mermaid,
Ooh.
and it's awesome.
You
And really tan. You can make your Sims
Oh.
like tan and burnt and everything. It's pretty fun.
That's
and
cool.
yeah, they're like birds. It's awesome. I've had so like my dog
You know
like
the
went
best.
swimming in the
The
beach.
best
and I
part
was
is like
Yeah.
when you play The Sims, I get super immersed in it. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna figure this all out.
Yeah.
But when you describe Sims to someone else, you're like,
yeah, it's the worst.
like my
Like
character's a lifeguard, so you just watch. You watch your
Yeah.
character watch people. Oh, so your character you watch your character watch people swim,
Yeah.
and you're like, shut up, it's actually fun.
Like
I
farming
actually always
simulator.
said, I actually said like the best climax I guess you could say I've ever had
Hey
in
now.
Sims was I had I have
Oh,
I have
that's
apartment
even better.
living or like like city living. So my one Sim was married, got this chick knocked up, or no, got this chick knocked up, got married, and then was starting to sleep with the neighbor
Whoa.
chick.
Oh yeah.
She found out, and they're like, we're separating. Got the neighbor chick knocked up.
Oh.
Now,
And then-
how do you pick How do you pick what character you just keep playing as then? 'Cause
I
it's
just
like,
kind of just play God and just like I decide you.
That's like
I
watching a
ruin your
sitcom.
life
Yeah.
and everything. So
Cool.
I did that. So then, okay, so they're separated pretty much. You know what I mean? Like technically still married, but like in the Sims, like well, they're not living together and everything. So I know I try to explain this to people. People who don't like Sims are like, you sound like the worst person ever.
I see.
So
I made characters,
not really.
and I try to make me and Heidi, but you can't set them off the bat to be like together.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
the
you
whole-
can in the Sims 4. Like right away, you can be like, oh, they're husband and wife.
I don't know how to do that. So like the whole time, like 8 weeks of my fucking game was trying to get them to actually
Yeah.
be into each other, and they like because I didn't have enough money to buy them each a bed, so one was sleeping on the couch, and one was, and I was like, and then
One
every
was, like,
time
cranky
my
and-
guy was hitting on Heidi, every time the neighbor, because your neighbor just knocks on the door and hangs out all day long, and then every neighbor is flirting with Heidi, and I'm sleeping on the
No.
couch, and I was like, fuck this game, I
You're
quit.
like, oh my gosh. So anger. And
He
at
died.
that exact moment, the neighbor chick goes into labor. I took a picture of it. I was like, this is my creation. I was like, I'm so proud of this and everything. And I remember like I'm on like some Sims group like on Facebook, and I was like, this is like my best day ever. I just ruined everyone's life.
I made the best
And no
episode.
matter, like, I mean, it was you can never like, and people were like, oh, I'm gonna try to redo it. Like, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, Sims,
Like this guy
Sims 1.
died. The Sim died of anger. He was that mad. He was like, she's dating
That's
someone
crazy.
new.
All right, don't do that. Oh, please. That's really loud in our ears. Sims 1, I used to buy the house with the graveyard, and then just like put more like very large families into the house,
Yeah.
And
and keep murdering them to the
yeah,
point where this house had thousands of graves. Like it got to the point where I had to like delete graves
Yeah.
because the game couldn't process that there was, because every time that there was like someone dies, that character's not gone, and now it's a ghost.
Yeah.
So like this is Sims 1 on an old PC, and I have a graveyard filled with hundreds and hundreds of graves.
Slow down.
And then I finally bought like I put a family in, and
Yeah.
then I would just watch the family slowly dive into depression
Yeah.
and anxiety and
Yeah, and all
fear
the ghosts
because
and everything.
hundreds of ghosts are just tormenting this family to the point where they couldn't eat, they couldn't sleep. They would just be like, they had to go to the bathroom, and the ghost would jump out and scare them, and they'd just be like, "Ugh," and they piss on the floor.
Oh my god,
They,
that's
like,
amazing.
Like one of the members died of starvation because every time they would try to cook
Yeah.
or eat,
Ghost
the
come.
ghost would be like, ah! And they'd be like, oh my god! And then the one just like lived in the graveyard and mourned all the graves, so she got stuck in a bad loop where she never went in the house. Like they would just
Like she couldn't. Yeah.
they would just starve to death because
And
they
then
were
they
just,
become ghosts.
yeah. And then they would be, it was
God.
I would just sit back and watch.
Like that's like I love it so much. Like you could literally do whatever. Like they should literally call it like you are God.
Yeah.
And you do.
That's
like,
literally what it is.
I mean that's what it is.
So as
Everything.
soon as you guys go down,
Someone made like a house in the middle, and they made like a maze that they said it took Sims 7 hours to get out of. So
And
the
they
car
watch
for
it
work, the
like-
car for work would show up, and they would leave, and they like it takes 7 hours by the time they're like, oh, car already left, you gotta go back to the house and like
Oh,
look
God.
key. Go, I mean, they said it was. I mean, it makes you think like how much time they waste on doing that.
Yeah, like some guy made that maze for probably
That's
30 hours.
Like to think about that.
You know?
Like you know what I mean? Oh my yeah. Sometimes when you build stuff, like you're like, I have to take a break today. Like I have to finish up, and sometimes I just have to build a house like whatever. And then sometimes I'm like, I detail.
You can
everything.
randomize everything, right? Like you just hit like random and
You could. I think something. I mean,
I've
I know
never
when
played
you
any
when
of
you create a sim, you can do that. But and you, I mean, some of the lots are like already pre-made.
Yeah.
You can just like send them in there. But I mean, nothing is more zen than just
Watch
like just putting the jammies on and just like putting on a big screen and just making a house.
people do things. Yeah.
And just make
I've
your
never played
Sims
any
life
of them.
horrible.
No, I mean, no, I
We
never.
gotta
really
we
played
gotta do that
video.
another. We gotta do another commentary video.
Yeah.
So-
Watch the Sims.
Like, what are you doing?
Black
Why
and
are
white,
you bored
remember that?
like
And
for
you can
10
get,
hours?
you can get like custom stuff online where people made like modes of where you're gonna make the Sims do drugs or kill people or anything like that.
cool,
Like
yeah.
different poses and
Yeah,
you know,
kind of
stuff
like
that.
modules they call them in DD or it's like storyline. There's probably ones where you like Sims
Yeah,
the
like
office.
mods
You know? Like,
exactly. Yeah, like there's so many things you can do. So it's endless.
that's crazy. I've never played the Sims, but I want to see someone die of anger.
Oh my god, it was perfect.
Like, I'm so angry, I'm gonna die.
He was enraged.
I guess he had
That's
an
what it was.
aneurysm,
Like,
you know?
no, he just told his baby mama with a new shirt.
Popped a blood vessel.
Or with the new guy, yeah, like, and it was so funny because the new chick was going to labor at the same exact time, and I was just like, my baby daddy said, and oh my god, it was
To be
perfect.
continued. Wow,
I know, I was so, I mean, it's kind of terrible how happy I was. Like, I was like, I don't like. If anyone was talking about,
Can you record the like?
you can. They're on. I know the
Make
PC you
videos
can.
of it.
Yeah,
you
people
probably
done
set it
that.
up.
So you watch
yeah.
it back. Like I know a lot of videos you like look like.
Yeah.
A lot of people do
Shooting
also on
thing,
YouTube is they make like Sims music videos. Like,
Really?
they'll pick a song. I've done it
Yeah.
too before.
And
Like
I put the
you
characters in.
record, you make your Sim do like whatever you would want them to do, movie wise or whatever. Some people make like Sims Kardashians episode. Like they make the Kardashians to make them do what they would want to
I'd
do.
make the
And I'm
Kardashians
like,
die
and
of
then, like,
anger.
it's crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, some of them are good. Some of them are like wacky and everything. But some of them, I mean, it's pretty creative. It's like, oh wow, this is like really good direction.
Well, there's probably so many people like,
Yeah.
I got an idea. Let's do this with them. Let's make the Sims like, whatever TV show you can think of. Let's make. The
Yeah,
Sims
I mean
2.
that's anything you can think of. Like like I've done like I remember with Sims 2. I think I've done like a few music videos. Like,
Really?
just random. I don't know. Yeah, I was like I know you can put them on YouTube. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like back
Well,
to Sims
there's
2.
probably
like, years
guys
ago.
that do that all day, like just edit the videos and post them on YouTube. Like, look at my Sims
Right.
video. I didn't play any game. The only game I got close to that is like that theme park game. Remember theme
Oh,
park?
roller
Remember
coaster tycoon.
that? Yeah, it was like
yeah.
before that, and you'd like just build your theme park.
I even thought about that with
You
the
can get
face topic
so
too. Like
crazy in
they're
that,
almost the
too.
same way, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's the
Sims-
only game.
the Sims and like roller
and back in the
coaster
day,
tycoon,
Sim
and-
City, where you
City, you could put like a
Oh, is that
tornado,
the
a
code?
volcano.
oh
So you can put natural disasters in your city and then try to rebuild after the natural disaster.
oh I didn't know that.
But you could put a monster in your city, which would be like Godzilla,
Okay.
but it was Bowser.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh man.
I love simulation games.
Yeah, we're just talking. So like I said, I never really played much. Theme park.
Love
That's
it.
about it.
The one of the better ones ever was obviously the Roller Coaster Tycoon for the original one for the PC. And there used to be one called they were the theme games like Theme Park.
Yeah,
Theme
I theme
Hospital.
park. Yeah. I
Oh
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Roller coaster tycoon also had like zoo park and
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay.
water park.
Yeah, there was Zoo
and-
Tycoon. Yeah.
Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, that's right. Zoo
There,
Tycoon.
well,
sounds
Zoo,
fun.
Zoo Tycoon is still a thing on the Xbox
Really?
and PlayStation.
I don't know. It's like
I-
farming simulator, bus
Yeah.
simulator,
Yeah,
railroad
I
station.
eat
Bus
that shit up.
simulator.
There's one on your phone where it's called Wrestling Promoter Simulator.
Really?
And you unlock different wrestlers and you try to put a card together and then you try to build your promotion.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's one that in the New Japan game. It was the DLC.
Yeah,
I forget
yep,
what it's called.
yeah, promotional.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Nice. But that's all I got really.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jurassic,
and,
Jurassic World Evolution is one that's on the systems now where
Oh.
you build a Jurassic Park park.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm also slowly watching the TV series The Deuces on HBO. It's
The
like
Deuces.
James Deuces.
Is
right?
it
The
Wild
Deuces.
West? That's why I picture the Deuces.
No, actually, it's New York City, 1971, in like the porn industry. So there's
Oh.
hookers and pimps
Oh, yeah,
and like
that's
drug use and like
I'm into
where
it.
brothels
Boogie
kind of started happening
Yeah,
and
Boogie
everything.
Nights.
Is it
HBO.
HBO?
HBO, yeah.
So
There's
I've
boobs
heard
and
say it.
stuff.
What's up?
There's boobs and stuff.
Oh,
No.
like dicks and boobs. I mean, it's like prostitutes and
Run,
No,
the story
something
runs
like
her. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
James Franco's in it. He plays like two twin brothers. Like he plays like her.
Oh, I think I
brothers
remember
and
someone
everything.
talking about that. I think it's
Maggie,
pretty good, man.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, she's in it.
She does nothing for me.
Is
The
she?
She's actually
sleaze.
pretty
She's
cute in
not-
that.
she was,
I like that. She's
Bruce
a babe
Wayne's
in that.
girlfriend. Okay. I was thinking she was
They went.
That's
They,
the one that-
she was Katie Holmes. He was Katie Holmes, and they replaced Katie Holmes with
Denzel
Maggie
Knight.
Gyllenhaal.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like, because I mean, I'm not trying to sound like mean or shallow,
Yeah.
but when you look at Katie Holmes for 2 movies and then you replace the same character with Maggie Gyllenhaal,
Yeah. Who looks
Maggie
like
Gyllenhaal is not.
Maggie Gyllenhaal looks like a discount Olsen.
Yeah, but even worse.
What's her name?
Discount
I
Olsen.
forget the Olsen. What's Scott Richard's full name?
Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Olsen.
Olsen.
Yeah.
Who's the better Olsen now?
Always good for
They
that.
look terrible now.
I don't know. Like, I mean, she's a babe. I think in the
Really?
TV series. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
That'd be a tough sell for me. I have to look at it.
Let's see. You know,
I mean, she's a executive producer on it, so she got her titties out a lot.
Whoa, hey now, good for her.
I binged
But,
it when it
um,
came out. It's awesome.
What do you say?
I binged when it came out.
I don't know if he's
It is
talking about.
pretty good.
I don't know if he's talking about that or if he's
I'm
talking
on the
about,
second season right now,
the
so
Jurassic Park game.
I'm on the second season.
Well,
It
he's
just
probably talking
started,
about
so.
bitch when it came out. This said something now. I am talking
That
about.
was the game.
Oh,
The game.
okay. That's
He
right.
binged
Laughed
the
my
game,
ass
yeah.
off. Yeah.
That's all I'm really into right now.
Me better playing Bloodstained and Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh my
Super,
God.
Super Edition. It's awesome. If you like Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
I
get
like how the-
Bloodstained.
No
I
joke.
like how there's a lot of cool stuff you guys are showing off. Like you can literally change the way your character looks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You
you
can
can
find
unlock
lightsabers.
Yeah, you can unlock different hairstyles. And you go to
Yes.
the barber whose name is Todd. Get it? Sweetie Todd, because he has scissors for hands. And he changed your hair color and your eye color.
And he's like, I'm a demon barber.
Yeah,
I got a
I'm- yeah,
curse,
he's
and I
a-
have to make
he's a demon barber
666
named
hairstyles and
Yeah.
combinations.
I thought that would be an achievement, but I was like,
Oh, that would be a wild one, is right.
So
Is there achievements on
Yeah.
Switch? No. Are you playing on PlayStation?
Yeah, I have the PlayStation 4.
But man, is that a fun game?
It is. It
Like,
is fun. If you like the Symphony of the Night.
The artwork
Castlevania.
looks beautiful.
It's only $40 brand new too. Oh yeah, the art,
you blow through the game.
music's great.
If you're very,
How much did you pay for it?
Paid nothing.
It's a whole other
I
story.
got the special deal. I got the brother discount.
Yeah, that was
I'll tell you.
GameStop.
Yeah,
GameStop fucked up. It was awesome. It's the best. Yeah.
I was like, woo, this is wonderful.
But anything? Yeah. Are you guys working on anything else?
well, besides Bloodstained, I watched all of Stranger Things. I binged all that.
Without any spoilers.
I'm
good,
not.
bad.
No, I'm giving the two-week warning.
Give it out of 1 out of 10. What do you say?
I would
10
say
being the
it's at least 8.5.
What?
8.5.
Now they said the new Stranger Things video game that came out. If you play it, there's stuff in the video game that is more lore and backstory to some of the stuff in the show that they don't talk about. So like, there's actually you actually get something out of
It's
the
like
game.
the Telltale games. Like
No, it's like an old school like beat 'em up game. It's like a
Really?
beat 'em up game. It's like
You mean on the
Wow.
phone?
no, it's on the
Okay.
systems.
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I didn't know about
Huh.
that.
it's a Stranger Things beat 'em up game.
Oh.
It looks like River City Ransom kind of,
Really?
and you beat. It's like a beat 'em up.
That's cool.
You know what? I think I might have to download that.
it's probably like $10, maybe
Yeah.
15 at the most.
Damn, that's pretty
Let me
cool.
look that up while you guys
That's-
talking
Yeah,
about.
when's it coming out?
I think it's out.
Oh, really?
Stranger Things came out 4th of July.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I think the
But-
one like that night was probably.
The 8th episode is a hour and 17 minutes long.
Is
So
that the last episode? or
that's
is
the
it-
last episode. So there's 8 episodes in
There-
this Stranger Things season 3. Not gonna go in too in depth with it, but you're gonna like a lot of stuff that's going on. Character development, heel turns. You're gonna like it if you like the first 2 seasons. I'm watching Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I wanted to watch through that. It's basically like the granddaddy of all mechanized robot anime. Basically, they're fighting these things called angels that are coming out of the woodwork and trying to save humanity. But they're trying to make it like a tetra, meaning like 8 like parts to it. And the guy's been like the guys are really fucking off with it by like letting it go for like 10 years or so because it came out in the 90s. So like the last movie was like 2010.
Wow. Talk about a break.
Break.
Yeah, so it's the
Nothing
Stranger
from it.
Things games is $20. You can get it
Okay.
on Steam, PlayStation 4, Xbox. And it's getting an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Besides, I love side scroll beat 'em ups
Yes,
Easy
they
to
are
look at that.
delicious. Yes.
because it's probably jump punch. You know. I want to
Yeah.
make. That's like if I had a video game company, the first game I'd make is a side scroll beat 'em up. I put all the
Freaking
things
right,
I like
man.
in it.
Freaking right.
The dash up and down. Oh, that was pretty good.
Oh, okay. Huh.
That actually looks like like Zombies Ate My Parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so much side but it's a top-down
Twin stick shooter.
Reminds me of like Zombies Ate My Neighbor and like
Oh,
Viewpoint.
I don't know what.
Like
Yeah, that's all.
Viewpoint.
That's unique.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. I don't know.
They're
Up
trying
from
to
down
make,
about
like,
Stranger
I don't
Things,
know,
but
no.
the game looks
I
cool.
think it's like like there's like certain ones that have like Diablo.
Okay, yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of reminds you of
What if
Diablo.
it was like as in depth as Diablo?
And then there was a game called
Years? Torchlight?
Loaded. It was called.
Oh yeah, remember Loaded 1?
Oh my God, you know that?
Yeah.
All right, that's why I like
Tom
you.
So
I'm not watching anything because it's G1
It's
season.
G1,
We
so-
got one show in, and then we're hitting the rails hard Saturday, Sunday.
yeah,
one day.
Andy is
And
tornado
that's
tag ready.
it.
He's
Yeah.
ready to go for that.
I'm already ready. There's a lot of shows
Yeah.
this weekend. There's
Yeah.
6.
I don't think we're gonna have a topic tomorrow. I
Yeah,
think we'll
just
just
6
cover-
shows.
We have a lot of stuff
Yeah.
to cover. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I was watching New Girl, so I'll finish that off eventually in August.
I feel like
I'm gonna
there's
go
some-
to the beach,
I feel like there was something else I
and
was watching.
I'll beat Bloodstained, and I'll go on the Marvel Capcom Ultimate Line 3.
I hope we can have like different games, like you can play by yourself, I can play, and then we can have like a co-op game that we can
Oh
work
yeah,
on
maybe
together.
yeah.
I hope there's different save files.
I'm sure there is.
I hope
Most
there is.
games are, but I hate when the games are more like what game is it? What's the zombie game for 360 and then
Dead Rising.
Yeah, there was only one save file. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What is this?
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah.
There was games for Genesis that had 5 save files.
Especially if, like, for me, especially if it's a very heavily multiplayer game, like it'd be cool. Like I can go do my own things, but then we can have a game that we can work on together, and we're not really
Yeah.
like oh, okay, we'll play when we're both online, we'll play this together. But when we're not online, I'll work on my game, you work on your game.
Yeah. I wonder how it's gonna work. Probably you just have to start your own game.
Yeah.
Fresh. But,
But they said the game is definitely built for multiplayer. So.
oh yeah, well yeah, they all
Yeah.
yeah.
This
When you
thing
get
has
4 people
12 save files.
Yeah. The only thing that
No,
sucks when
okay.
you get 4 people local, like
I
to
almost
stop
bought,
and put your powers, like you gotta wait for someone. To
I almost bought Toe Jam and Earl, but I didn't because of what you said about that save file.
That's bullshit. I want to beat them guys. Like, what? This is terrible.
Yeah, it turned me off. I
Yeah,
didn't pick it
so
up.
basically, you gotta
Bunch
sit
of
down and play the game.
garbage.
Or if you
Not
die, you lose
die
everything.
and just play the game straight through. That's all.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get into our topic tonight. Our topic is the video game battles.
Mhm.
So we'll go through a couple of them here, and we'll say which ones we pick and
Nintendo
why.
versus Sega.
Yeah, we'll go into what
PlayStation,
we
Xbox.
pick or why. We can go by obviously this can go by franchise, or it can go by just we could single out a game like Mario 1 versus Sonic 1.
Probably just say
So there's a few different ones. So we'll start off with the one we talked about before, Mario versus Sonic. Franchise.
It was the mascot battle.
Yeah, so
Of the
franchise for
early
me,
90s.
I go Mario.
It overall had better games. Sonic really has Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and
Yeah.
then after that, it's kind of,
What turned me off of Sonic is how fast it was.
It was hard. Sometimes it's hard to process. Like the stage is moving so fast. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on right now. Then you have a ching, and then everything's swallowed.
Yep. Yeah, that was the biggest turn off for me for Sonic, and obviously because I'm very marky, so if I
You
have
were the
yeah,
Nintendo person?
I'm a Nintendo guy.
I have both.
Yeah.
I had a Genesis before Super Nintendo. though.
Never owned a Sega.
I
Really?
did too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually never played Sonic, but
Really?
I
Wow.
mean Mario I played.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone's playing like Mario.
Well, now you can
Yeah.
play Mario
Super
Sonic
Mario.
on any system. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. But back in the day, you only played.
but the speed of Sonic turned me off.
Really? See, I like it. The Sonic 3 is my favorite.
That
And
damn.
the new one, Sonic
level.
Mania, is real good, and then Sonic Generations was also real good.
Mhm.
But there was a bunch like from 2000 to like 2 years ago that are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they remake these games, I like how they keep them original. Like
Yeah.
these new Crash games, where all of a sudden they're super hard for no
yeah,
reason.
brutal. Like I don't like brutal difficult.
Stupid. Stop
Yeah.
doing that. If you want to make a brutal difficulty for people, then go for it. But don't ruin the integrity of the. Because Crash was never that hard.
I don't remember it being brutal.
Never that
It's
hard.
like here's Crash Bandicoot, you die over and over and over.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I know some of those levels are hurry like
Yeah. Is there anything in there too? So we can even break it down like this. So like, you have Mario. We'll just say like Mario, Luigi,
Mm-hmm.
Sonic, Tails.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even hard to pick out who's like even more iconic. I mean, it would
Probably
have to go
Mario,
Mario.
yeah.
I don't know.
But as for video game mascots, the top 5.
Sonic
Sonic and Mario.
Sonic's getting his own animated, like his own live
The
action
movie, yeah.
Yeah, where's
totally,
Mario?
They're totally
Yeah.
retooling.
Where are they at?
Well, you had the 90s
Well,
one.
yeah, the '90s one was
That's terrible.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't name John Leguizamo's Luigi.
Yeah.
And then the guy from I think
I don't know
Who
Mario.
Framed Roger Rabbit
he's
was Mario.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had some goofy guy as well.
Oh, Dennis. I think it was Dennis Hopper.
It was
with
terrible.
Bowser. Oh my
it
god.
was terrible.
um,
Move on.
we'll go into a shoot 'em game next.
Okay.
Call of Duty versus Battlefield.
Oh,
So
I'd say I would like Battlefield more because of destructible environment.
the destructible environments, the larger maps, and to me, it's actually like you're getting that experience of battle.
Okay.
I know a lot of Call of Duty fans don't like Battlefield because Call of Duty is a very run and gun game,
It's
and,
more arcade.
and it's a very arcade shooter, where
Yeah.
Battlefield is more of a simulation shooter. And I know like what turns a lot of people off from Call of Duty fans to Battlefield is that like Battlefield players, if you pick a sniper, your job is to be a sniper.
Yeah, there's more like
And-
really
and-
switching
and,
classes.
If you're a good sniper in that game, you can cause some havoc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're playing an objective game where you're trying to get all your troops from one location to the next. Where Call of Duty is more like we'll drop 8 people on a map or
Yeah,
eight
just run
versus 8 on a
gun.
map, and you just run and gun and
Massacre,
kill.
yeah.
There are 2 different style of games.
I was gonna say, I mean, like Call of Duty does have its free for all. There are other ones that you
Yeah.
can play. And
Yeah.
everything.
But-
I'd say Call of
the-
Duty is more for
But
casual.
it's popular. The
Yeah.
free for all is more popular.
Call of Duty is a
obviously.
game where you can pop in and play and
Yeah.
you'll be okay.
And I never got into that.
Battlefield is something you got to really you got to own it. You got to really
Gotta know
figure it
what you're
out
doing, yeah.
because if
Like Rainbow
if
Six
you
Vegas.
if you try to be a solo player in Battlefield and you're going to be like a lone wolf,
Yeah.
you will not be successful in Battlefield.
Yeah.
So Call of Duty is more for like it's open for everyone. Battlefield is more like if you're more
Learning
if
curve,
you're
yeah.
more experienced.
Like you
I
couldn't
guess,
jump into
yeah.
Rainbow Six Vegas and just run and gun.
No,
No.
You have the, you know,
they
I
actually,
like that whole cover system and everything.
yeah. I'm a Battlefield guy. That's where I lean. Call of
I'm
Duty-
Battlefield Bad Company. Name of the first one.
Yeah, Battlefield is always a lean towards me, but they're both good games. But that would be a battle there. Obviously, you can put in the comments what you think.
Medal of Honor.
This one, people. I mean, if you look at it right away, you're thinking, man,
Mhm.
how is this even a competition? But I think there's a little more to this competition than most people would think. You got Saints Row versus Grand Theft Auto.
I know what side I'm on. Saints Row, man.
I mean, I really like Grand Theft Auto, but
Yeah,
Saints
I like Grand
Rows
Theft Auto.
were fun.
Yeah, they're fun and have more humor. I mean, there's humor in Grand Theft Auto, but way more humor in Saints Row. And you
Yeah.
get to create your own character. And,
Yeah.
But from too long.
Yeah, and
Which I think Grand Theft Auto should do the next one. Create your own
at
character.
Saints Row, you kind of carry on that story with
Yeah,
each game
Johnny
too,
Gat,
like the
yeah.
Johnny Gat.
I
and
mean,
you're like,
and it's super over the top. It's a little more
yeah,
wacky.
It's goofy.
than Grand Theft Auto.
I don't
that's
think it's
good.
I don't think it's a clear runaway, man. I think if you really put your time in and play Saints Row, you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
With it.
I think they kind of made it more serious for the one with Nico Bellic. Is that 4?
Yeah,
And then the newer one, a little more serious. Well, not like from the
Yeah.
80s one and
Yeah.
then Saints Row. Or not Saints Row,
San
San Andreas.
Andreas.
Yeah.
Mhm. This
Grand Theft
this
Auto's
one,
good.
this
I
one,
prefer Saints Row.
yeah, it can go either way for me. Anyone else? If
I like Grand
I-
Theft Auto. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. I remember playing that when I was little, so it's like I only remember seeing someone play Saints Row. So I
yeah,
never
like
played
Grand Theft Auto was like, okay, cool. Here's our cheat codes. You can kind of have them here.
Yeah,
and
like,
Saints Row's like
It's almost
you-
like The Sims. You can't really play without the cheat codes.
Yeah.
And they're like,
and then Saints Row is like, you want cheat codes?
Yeah.
Here, just hit this button and you'll get them. Like
Why-
they're
yeah.
very
Why
like
don't you play this side mission
Liberal.
where you spray shit all over people?
Yeah.
Like, you
and
know?
beat people up with dildos.
Yeah.
This one I can't really talk. I could talk a little bit. I
Mhm.
played both of them. This is going to be your battle royale
Okay.
battle here. So you have Fortnite versus Apex Legends.
Okay. I've never
I've actually
played.
never played any of them.
I've never played either.
Fortnite,
So if you want to be all
Fortnite,
not playing,
I will- little bit.
Fortnite, regardless of
It's
how you
huge.
feel,
it's
how-
so huge.
yeah, it's huge. No matter how much you feel about it, how much you hate Fortnite, I think when it's all said and done in the history books, I think Fortnite changed gaming.
Is it a first-person shooter?
No, it's
It's
like a
not.
third,
It's
like a
third.
third person,
Oh,
like
okay.
tactical.
It's one of the first games that really opened the door to cross-platform.
Yeah.
It's one of the first games that showed that we can make a free game and still be the most popular
Yeah.
money-making
I mean,
game of all
the
time.
kids-
It's the one game that drove parents to wild the most.
Yeah. Kids
Like,
really
it's always
jumped onto
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I don't get the feel.
I think like Fortnite also is like the #1 game to like watch streaming. I think
Yeah,
too, or
yeah.
something like that.
Oh,
Like I
wow.
think
What's
that's
the adult version of it?
well, that would be like the Apex Legends. now.
No, it's for
Oh,
it's for
this
Xbox
PUBG?
One.
Yeah, PUBG.
No.
because PUBG would be in this
It's
category.
made by
too.
the WoW people, and it's called.
Which is more.
It's that first
a little
person. I never played that either.
Overwatch. Overwatch would be more in the battle with Call of Duty Battlefield.
Okay.
It's more like a team-based shooter,
Okay.
not so much a battle royale game.
Mark plays that.
Yeah.
Mark plays that.
I never played it,
PUBG can be thrown in this battle as well. Apex Legends right now is definitely taken over. Like that's like the next big
Okay.
thing. The biggest thing with Fortnite is you can build and get yourself out of a hairy situation by building and putting obstacles in front of people.
Okay.
And some people get so good at building and shooting at the same
Yeah.
time that you can be like, you guys are about to fist fight, and one guy literally builds up this
Okay.
fortress, gets on top of you, and shoots down,
Wow.
and you are like,
Now,
trying to change. Like
Now, do you have the same character like WoW, or do you always different characters?
you can. It's more like a skin,
Oh, okay.
and there's no character that gives another character
Okay,
an
so you can't
advantage.
say I'm a level 99.
It's basically skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It comes down to more
Not for me.
skill and luck.
finesse.
It's
Yeah.
skill and luck because
Skill, finesse, luck.
who finds what gun first.
Oh, okay.
Apex has a little bit more of a character
Mhm.
system where certain characters have different abilities, and depending on how you build your team and how you play those characters can help you.
Okay.
So there's a little more in depth with Apex Legends. Apex Legends is catching up though on the Fortnite. Like it's getting a lot more
Really?
popular.
Fortnite has action figures and everything.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
Fortnite also has all the what is it called, like the emotes, like you
Yeah.
can like
Oh, yeah,
make
yeah.
them
Like, WoW
you know,
used to have
do
that with
whatever.
characters.
People pay crazy money
There,
for them.
there are some lawsuits because there are some celebrities that are like
Yeah.
like the one from
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Freshman, yeah, like he's
The
like
Carlton
suing
dance.
for
Okay.
the Carlton dance,
Yeah.
and there's some other ones. Like it's insane. Like some
Can he
people are like,
copyright a dance? I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
the stuff
you
that's going
cover
on there
anything.
is nutty.
Good for them making money though. I
Yeah.
can't pick either one for that.
Yeah. This is this horror game here. So we got
Same.
Resident Evil
Versus Silent Hill.
versus Silent.
It's a Resident Evil game. But Silent Hill 1 good. 2 was pretty good. That's where you're the dude in school, right?
Yep.
And then 3's the girl at the mall.
No, 3 I think is the one where you're stuck in the room,
No,
isn't it?
that's 4. Ain't it? Or
I
maybe
I
I'm
think that
reversed.
is because that was one I was really interested in to play. 'cause
You
I
could get
had a
out of the
demo
room,
for-
I didn't like the whole room thing.
Yeah. I never played that one. I watched my friend play, but
Yeah.
it
I was gonna say I had a friend play both of them. I watched. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
One
I don't understand why Silent Hill isn't making games. I think with today's graphics, today's creepy
they got-
oh my god,
factor.
they can make that
what's
so
the
scary.
what's the one that's real close to it, but it's they have 2 out, 1 and 2.
Evil Within.
Yes.
Yeah, Evil Within. I think, and Evil Within works because they do have that. Like
Nightmare
not so
Hell.
much. I mean,
That's
it
what I call
has
Nightmare
really
Hell World.
crazy looking characters,
Yeah.
but I think what put Silent Hill to me back in the day lower than Resident Evil is Resident Evil had like a monster, some like decent looking monsters, and,
Yeah.
and it's zombies. So you
Yeah.
can't really, even if they're shitty graphics, you know it's still a zombie.
Yeah.
Where Silent Hill tried to throw these really creepy things at you.
Nurses, yeah.
But you,
Pyramid
really,
Head.
but you really couldn't get the idea of how creepy they were because the graphics weren't there.
Yeah, they went back up
But
like
I mean,
that.
if we have today's graphics and one of those nurses are chasing
Yeah.
down the
Oh
hall,
my gosh, it'd be
And
terrifying.
Konami owns it. It's not like Konami don't have money.
I'm
Well-
sure they're working on something. I'm sure they're just waiting for
Well,
it.
here's the problem with Konami. Well, they're taking a different direction.
Uh-oh.
So they kind of like, well, you know, with like Koji Igarashi that made Castlevania.
Yeah.
They kind of like
They
were
fired
not
the
giving.
people,
They were
yeah.
they were firing people left and right.
And then
Hideo
people go make the same
Kojima,
game.
And they're like, we're taking a different direction. We're going to get into the dance game business. Therefore, we're going to put out a DDR machine every 3 years.
yeah,
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But the point
But,
being,
I mean,
Silent Hill 1, I love Silent
you're
Hill 1.
sitting on Silent Hill, and then obviously another franchise that a lot of people will really enjoyed that was in that would be in there would be everyone cries for it, man. They want Dino Crisis back.
I never was into Dino Crisis.
People-
Dino
I would like to replay it now just to see how I do it, but the whole like I gotta shoot the fucking raptor 15 times.
Yeah.
Capcom is actually thinking about reopening
not?
their old IPs just to
Oh,
remake it. So
Your
ever since
Dino
the
Crisis
Resident Evil 2
collection
game remake.
downloadable with the
People,
achievements.
people want it.
Yeah.
Hey, they did it with Unimusha Warlord.
Yeah,
People,
why
people
not?
want Clock. I don't know who makes Clock Tower. People want Clock Tower too.
That's
I play that again.
Could you
I
imagine
see-
Clock Tower,
I'm
but you
trying to
have it
think.
based
Nowadays graphics.
kind of like nowadays graphics, and then you put it under like the same platform as like a Outlast.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, because you couldn't fight back in
Yeah.
the Clock Tower. Like you had to either hide
Run, yeah.
or put yourself in an environment situation where you can like swing, hit it with something,
Yeah.
knock them out for a second, and run away. So you imagine it like that Outlast thing where you have that vulnerability where you can't fight back. You got to either run or hide. Now
Yeah.
you put the Clock Tower guy in it, who already was terrifying.
I'd like to play that.
Yeah.
And then Alan Wake, let's make another one.
Yeah, Alan Wake was very popular too. Now this is where the Mario 64 is going to stand on its own as a game
Mhm.
versus a game or a game franchise.
Clover.
Maybe because I think these are the two games that really they took the character from the side scroll and then put them in the open world
Okay.
and really the collectibles and then your crashes out and your Jack and Dexter's, which would be a good battle too.
Yeah.
I
Ratchet
also
and
Sly
Clank
Cooper.
too.
yeah, Sly Cooper,
Ratchet
Ratchet
and
and Clank. But this is Banjo Kazooie versus Mario
You
64.
could say Zelda up your time too.
Yeah, but I mean, this is more like the let's go collect coins
Yeah.
and
Yeah. The a 3D or more
3D
platform.
platformer. Yep.
Banjo. I mean, I think Banjo's so
I tried to play it on a Nowadays, TV looks so different.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
but formatted, it will look much better.
well, they have on the Xbox. You can get the rare replay, and they
Oh, it's on
actually
there.
they rebooted the 3 Banjo-Kazooie games to HD.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Um,
I think I lean a little bit more towards Mario 64. And the best version is actually on DS, and you could be Yoshi, Luigi, and Mario.
yeah, I mean Mario 64 is, in my opinion, one of the best games of all time. But I mean Banjo-Kazooie
good.
and Banjo-Tooie give it a good run. They
And you
give
go
it a
to
really good run.
And you go to the sandcastle too and do all those hidden codes and everything else that changed everything.
Yeah,
Like you literally had like a whole like you really had to watch, or else if you screwed up, like
I like the
That's
Halloween zone. That was my favorite.
yeah,
Whoop, whoop,
yep.
oh, I love that.
Yeah,
With the
Banjo and
voices.
Kazooie are up there.
whoop.
I'll go.
Ukulele, which apparently wasn't that good. I like
Is
the
it-
I heard it was good, but it didn't scratch the itch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna fly through a couple here.
Thomas Bedford.
I'll fly through a couple here and see if this is some if anything
Okay.
that catches your time. This one I think is pretty easy, but it's just I put it in there. Perfect Dark versus GoldenEye. That's
Oh,
another
yeah,
N64 battle. Perfect Dark were good
GoldenEye.
games. This one's not really a competition anymore because one doesn't happen. But Forza versus Gran Turismo. I think Forza
Forza's
took
done,
Forza
right?
took, no
I was going-
Gran Turismo.
Oh,
pretty much.
Gran Turismo.
I think
has a
if
legacy.
Gran Turismo came out right now, I don't think it would compete with Forza.
Yeah, but at the end though, they both had awesome graphics.
Yeah,
You really
Forza
have to pull
Forza's
some
just
shit.
but Forza's insane.
Really?
Yeah. And right now you have it's. I think the more of the battle would be Forza versus Project Cars.
Okay.
That would because Project Cars is kind of like open platform. You can
Yeah.
play it on both
If ever I
platforms.
play like a Burnout Paradise, or
Yeah.
something that's a little more than just racing.
This
I
could be a
love
modern day
Burnout.
battle because you brought it back. Would be Crash Racing versus Mario Kart.
Yeah, I go Mario Kart.
I still go Mario Kart. Halo versus Resistance Fall of Man.
I go Halo.
Resistance is dead, so
Halo,
Halo
yeah.
obviously won
There
that.
was 3
Yeah.
resistances, and they also had Killzone. I think the same studio made.
That's why I say Gears of War versus Killzone.
Okay. Yeah,
One's still
I'd rather
around
play
and-
Gears of War.
One's still around and one's not. This is right up your guys' alley. I am not a fighting game, but Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Street Fighter is the first fighting game I've ever played in my life.
If
Same
Mortal
Mortal Kombat,
Kombat,
I think.
I would
Yeah.
pick Mortal Kombat.
But I'm more Mortal Kombat because Street Fighter, to get really good, you have to do the frame countings and the movements, and you have to time everything by seconds. And Mortal Kombat.
I was
I was actually
exposed
just
to
playing
Mortal Kombat.
Injustice 2 not too long
Okay,
ago,
yeah, I
and
love
that,
that.
that's also like
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat was
and-
superhero.
Yeah, I was exposed to more Mortal Kombat. I really like Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat has been getting a lot better with like tournament play because it has been running that circuit quite a bit, and you could see some really cool Mortal Kombat players. And
They're
it's
both
fucking
like great.
nuts.
That's why I did that Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter tournament, which was kind of overpowered on one side, but you know.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like
I like them
all
both,
the
but I
scales
like
are
Mortal Kombat more.
tipping.
Who
Like
finished
one was
won that one off?
Scorpion.
One seems to do
Scorpion.
good
No,
for a
Sub-Zero,
while, and the
Sub-Zero,
next one.
Sub-Zero.
you
Mhm.
know.
and then the other one just rises resurgence. So
This is the one that I mean, I have a pretty, I can go either way. This is one where I think the only reason it is a battle is because of one of these games came out and the other game revamped itself to be more like it.
Is it Tomb Raider Uncharted?
Tomb Raider Uncharted. Yep.
I like Tomb Raider more.
Tomb
That's-
Raider, yeah.
Uncharted was
I played
fantastic.
both of them, but
Yeah,
Uh,
Uncharted 1 I didn't play, but 2 was really good, and so was 3. I didn't play
Uncharted
the
1,
new
2,
one. I
and
played
then
one.
then the one after that where they said they're not going to do Nathan Drake and it's more based on the
Is that 4 or is that the
what I forget.
yeah,
Yeah.
side story or something? Yeah,
Uncharted to me
the graphics phenomenal.
is a system seller.
Yeah.
Like people will, you can go buy a system based. I've done it. I bought a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 3, and a PlayStation 4
Yeah.
for Uncharted.
Uncharted
But
2
Tomb
was my
Raider,
first
man,
game for PlayStation 3.
Tomb Raider is making some games.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even back in the
And
day,
even the classics. Like I love the second one.
if
like
you
the-
play it now,
you
you're
know what I
probably all this little stiff controls and stuff. But you know,
Yeah. Now the only
At that
thing
time,
I
yeah.
think that if it depends on what you're looking for. Uncharted, every game will give you a little bit of that supernatural thing.
yeah, at the Tomb Raider a little bit though.
Tomb Raider, yeah, I remember killing a T-Rex.
There was mummies and stuff.
Now I'm talking about the newer ones.
Oh, the newer ones,
yeah,
no.
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I'm
I
gonna,
think they
I'm
will
gonna
go
do
there.
I'm gonna go rebooted Tomb
Okay.
Raider
Okay,
versus
okay.
Uncharted because the rebooted Tomb Raider literally said, "Oh, Uncharted's doing some stuff.
Yeah,
We need to get
because
with
that
the times."
Uncharted 2, when you go in that underworld and there's all the blue skin people and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. The,
a little
like
over the top.
like the and the first one had like the El Dorado beasts, like
Yeah.
the monsters that when they crawl at you.
which is cool because it's more Indiana Jones. You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
both-
but there's some people who go, I'm gonna go play this girl.
yeah.
So-
Stupid. Yo,
I'm like,
Lara-
well, first off, Lara
Lara
Croft
Croft-
is banging.
Yeah.
and the crazy thing is that they don't like what they did in this one is they don't over sexualize.
No, she
Yeah,
she
she's
don't
not-
have real big tits.
She's not busty.
Yeah.
She's
She don't wear her shorts.
Her ass isn't in your
Yeah.
face. and she takes a fucking beat
Yeah,
in
she
that
does.
game.
Oh.
That first one when she lands on the thing and pull the thing out of her. And
Every cutscene, you're like,
yeah.
how is she
Poor
still
Laura.
Oh
walking?
man, some in the first or the remake of the Tomb Raider games, there was like a feminist group that was like outraged because they were like, her, like when she would die,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they were like, they are so violent, and I was like, no one's saying about that. Any other like men about any other video like Call of Duty, they're all getting blown up. I'm like, it's a video game.
You want her to die real nice?
Yeah, I know, right? Like what? Should we treat her like a
I
little
gently
princess?
broke my neck.
Yeah.
I got like, I was like, oh my god.
If
I was like one of those like, all right, complain, be complain.
Yeah, if anything, it's
like,
empowering because she's kicking ass the whole time.
Yeah.
I think the Tomb Raider series 2 as well. I think when you start it and then to the point where like I'm in the third game now,
Yeah.
you really like. I mean, you attach yourself to Nathan Drake as well, but
Yeah.
I really attach myself to Laura because like how they're like why her father die, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like you're literally invested into the story. Like you're trying to find out what's going on. Where in the other one you're just like, oh, you're kind of like I'm looking for my father's old treasure.
You're kind of Indiana Jones.
And through all the games, they kind of kept like all the characters that are around her like the same. Like her like IT guy and
It's
like,
just-
the butler.
And the old one, she has her butler for her Alfred.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's such a cool game, but that can go either way. I mean, they're
I
both
think I lean towards Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
wins. I
I
think.
mean,
that
yeah,
one.
there's more games. But
Soulcom versus Rainbow Six.
I like Rainbow Six, not the tactical for Vegas.
Yeah, I would go Rainbow Six as well.
I just only brought that up just because
SoCon
like,
was huge for
between those
PlayStation 2.
yeah.
When PlayStation 2 first went online. that
Devil
was a
May
big thing.
Cry versus God of War.
I think God of War. I mean, I didn't play any of those, but
I'm not a
I
huge
mean,
God of War fan.
I
I
like,
heard that did
the
really
hack and
good.
slash.
I like
Slashing-
both. I might lean a little towards God of War.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry sometimes was too hard to be hard,
Yeah.
especially 3. 3 was so hard they had to re-release 3 and make it easier.
Um,
Oh, wow.
This one
Yeah.
you guys can handle here: Castlevania versus Bloodstained.
Well,
I'm a big
Bloodstained is
fan.
Castlevania on steroids. So imagine like
yeah.
Now,
Bloodstained is
you
AEW
guys-
and Castlevania is WWE.
like you guys are
There
very
you go.
less onto the Bloodstained characters.
Mhm.
I'm not the Bloodstained characters, the Castlevania characters.
Yeah,
Does the Bloodstained character stand out as well as
they
the
got
other?
as close as they could without getting sued.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I
They
mean,
were
like,
like,
would that character stand out to you? Like,
Maybe not yet, Miriam. She's no Alucard, but she's only. I haven't played the full game yet.
put
but
it this
I don't
way.
know.
Put it this way.
There's
like,
no Belmonts. There's no like
Yeah,
equal to them.
that's what.
I mean,
That's
there's
what
characters
pretty
that,
much the story. Pretty much the story.
but it's one game versus 20. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like Bloodstained just takes place like it's like alchemists were trying to make like a life
Like
like
a homunculus, which
a
is like a
homunculus.
golem, like a reanimated person.
Mhm.
And so like they were doing these experiments on 2 of these
And they summon
people.
demons.
Yeah, and then they accidentally summon demons. Are like, oops,
Yeah.
sorry,
And
we're
you're
sorry.
equip parts of demons that are like a what do they call shards?
They're called shards.
And that's
so,
how she gets her power.
Yeah, so, but I
But
mean,
Miriam's all right, but she's not real fleshed out. I haven't played the full game yet, but yeah.
Okay.
There's no equal Belmont.
I had played the full game.
You have to
got,
say
like, the 3
Castlevania
endings,
because of
so-
some way. I mean, I've been playing them for years.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played.
I never really got into Castlevanias.
Really?
Yeah,
It's side-scrolling map. It's
Yeah.
fun. I mean, the older ones are more just like not when they started adding RPG elements with Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, and they've tried like we have one here that I kind of
there's 3D
skipped over.
ones too.
You have the Mighty Nine versus Mega Man, which is
Yeah.
kind of like the people from it.
They left.
Yeah,
They tried. And it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
the people who left the
That's right.
Samus games.
Oh, Metroid.
Metroid, and they made Shadow Realm or
Oh, Shadow Complex. That's
Shadow Complex.
fantastic.
Very good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Final Fight versus Streets of Rage.
Yeah, so that was Final Fight with Super Nintendo, and Streets of Rage was Genesis. And then you got your side-scrolling beat 'em up. As close as you got to having to go Streets of Rage.
Where would you go? You go Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
I mean,
Final Fight had one, and then there's Final
you
Fight
even use
2.
Streets of Rage reference in your
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah.
gimmick.
And then there's Final Fight Guy, which they just added Guy. And then there's
Mhm.
Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. Streets of Rage
And-
2 was the best.
When Andy
Beat 'em
comes
up.
out in wrestling,
Yeah.
it's Andy Header from the
Streets of Rage, yeah.
That's awesome.
And I want to cosplay as Blaze, the girl.
What I know this is kind of. I mean, we can kind of talk about it here real fast.
Mhm.
It has a killer soundtrack, Streets of Rage,
Yeah.
as well.
we just
so
had
can't
an
beat that
AEW
beats.
pay per view.
Yes.
And 3 wrestlers lost their ring gear.
Really?
Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks lost their ring gear.
Oh, yeah, because they came out as Ryu, Ken, and Akuma. I thought that was
Yes.
awesome.
So the whole time they're like, we don't know what we're gonna do. We have no ring gear. We have no ring gear. Their music hits. They come out as a team, and they came out as Ryu, Ken,
Yeah. And they
Akuma.
play the music. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh
dun.
my
Yeah.
god!
And the Bucks come out first, and the Ryu and Ken. And I was like, but that's like their outfit, but changed. And Kenny, then some guy comes out and does the Batista thing for some reason. I didn't get that. And the lights go out, and Kenny comes back on, but he's standing like backwards. And he's Akuma, his hair's back.
Oh,
And he has the thing on his back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Now I
red.
might have to watch
And he beats
wrestling.
up the guy, and they do what the Hadouken in the match. They
If you are a video game fan and you are a
like
video
Kenny
game
Omega
nerd,
will be your
Oh,
favorite
wow,
wrestler.
I know all
would
about
really
Kenny
like,
Omega.
You would really like AEW because they like to put those little video games.
Yeah.
And then before the match started, Kenny went out to the announcer and he goes, I've been told to say this. Round 1, fight. And then the commentators go, just so everyone knows, there is no rounds in this. This is just going to be a regular match.
Yeah.
They're just having fun with it, and
Yes.
that's always the cool thing.
Kenny
about
Omega
that.
is
Nice.
Kenny Omega is absolutely dead set that he is going to bring back the old school No Mercy WCW versus NWO.
Yeah, and it's gonna be AEW.
That style of wrestling game, but they're gonna make an AEW one.
And
I
Kenny
wouldn't
Omega
doubt- you
Kenny
know
Omega
what?
said they're trying to bring back that the AKA or AKI
yeah,
the AK engine. They want to bring that back.
Sure, they want Kenny to be them. They
Yeah.
got the Japanese connection. So.
Yep. So I mean, if you're
And that whole show was at a video game. The Fighter Fest is a whole video game, fighting game.
Yep.
Thing.
They do a whole thing like Xavier Woods even faced Kenny
Yeah.
Omega back and forth, and it's pretty cool watching them. It's like seeing Kenny
they
Omega
probably
because
never
that's
be
how I
able.
knew
They
him.
probably would never be able to do that ever again.
Not now.
Like
No.
nope.
And Kenny's favorite character, Guy, or not Guy, Cody. You know the prison Cody.
Yeah, I can
I was
see
like-
that. Yeah, I can see that.
We have two more here. Mass Effect Dragon Age.
Yeah, it's same company, but
Same company.
Do you like space or do you like Swords and Sorcery?
Yeah. Kind of like
I
that.
like them both.
That
but
kind of goes
Take
to
you.
I
that kind of
think I
goes
like
to the
Mass Effect a little bit.
yeah.
Although the direction of story.
Yeah. And then the last one here. This is a good one. Rock Band versus Guitar Hero.
Oh wow! how
I
about
wrote
that?
that one in.
Wow,
That's a good one.
I wrote that one in.
I'm a Rock Band guy.
See, I think I really love
I-
Guitar Hero.
I knew that was going to be like
That's
a good
hard one.
presidential
I never played
tie
the
in
drums
there.
too
I'm like
much.
thinking.
I did the
The
singing.
drums are pretty good. Yeah.
And if you can learn to just do pitch, you don't have to actually sound like the
So
pitch.
we used to have Rock Band nights where we would have everybody over.
Mhm.
We'd have a couple drinks, hang out, and we would just play Rock
Yeah,
Band.
Mark used to do that.
Yeah.
I remember he had the Beatles rock band. So
Okay.
like that
Well,
was.
So here's how crazy with Rock
We
Band.
were
and
super
Guitar
into
Hero.
it when it was out.
I have now with the Xbox, you can go back. So when Rock Band 2 came out, there was a code on the back of Rock Band 1 that people didn't know what that code was. That code was from when Rock Band 2 came out. You put that code in, you pay a $5 licensing
And get
transfer,
every song.
and get every single song except 2, because Metallica at that point said you could no longer use the
the
rights.
House of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Napster.
So then you can move all your songs from Rock Band 1 to Rock Band 2, and all you do is pay a $5 licensing fee. Then Rock Band 3 came out, and all your Rock Band 1 songs transferred over. Then you can do the same thing to Rock Band 2. So it got to the point now where Rock Band 1, 2, 3, then it was Lego. The only game you couldn't do it with was the Beatles. You cannot transfer your Beatles library to your Rock Band.
licensing.
Yeah. So and then all the DLC you've ever bought from Rock Band 1,
Yeah, it was like a Rock Band server or something.
it all comes with you. So now when I play Rock Band, I have like thousands of songs.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
So it's literally it literally can turn into a karaoke
It was
night
weird. Yeah.
mixed with people playing fake like fun
Because
instruments.
the thing is that the rhythm genre just got so big that it burned itself out.
Yeah,
It was too much too soon. And
Yeah.
people just got
Rock Band is still doing very well. Yeah,
I just me and Mark got the recent Guitar Hero too.
The recent-
Oh, the one where you actually play a real guitar?
no. So the recent
Is that
Guitar
one?
Hero, instead of the colored buttons,
Yeah.
there's 3 buttons
Really?
and they're double sided. So
Yeah,
there's a
so
white
there's,
side
like-
and a black side. So then you're
Oh.
playing more of a chordish,
Yeah. So
but it really didn't hit the mark, and a lot of people just like this.
It's
is
not
not
that hard. I mean,
Well,
I
as you
can
get
see. I
as
mean,
you get up, it does.
Yeah,
when if you're used to the Guitar Hero, yeah. But I mean, it's still doable. I mean, me and Mark can play. But this one actually, like the storyline's pretty cool because you play in front of I guess it's a real crowd, and
Yeah,
the
they put
moment
a-
you start messing
That's a
up,
boo.
they got the crowd to be like boo, and it's like a real concert effect, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like
they
when
made
you
it
mess
they
up,
made
you
it more
mess
real.
up,
Like so instead of the cartoons,
Yeah.
it's
Guitar Hero.
you.
it's like an
looking-
actual live
It's
audience.
like looking
like,
out of your eyeballs at a real people.
Oh,
It's real,
okay.
it's real people. So
Yeah.
like they, and you can tell like if you start doing good, they're like, yeah, and they go wild.
Yeah.
Like
But the
it
shitty
is
part
actually,
is
yeah.
what ruined the new Guitar Hero for me is because Rock Band turned around and said, "Cool, I like when like same with Xbox. That's why I'm heavy Xbox because Xbox is like, oh cool, everything you ever bought from 360,
Yeah.
we
there
will
you go.
give that's yours. We'll make sure we keep working to make that yours still."
Yeah.
Where Guitar Hero was kind of like, oh, you own all of our
Buy
old
the new
Guitar
one.
Hero
Yeah.
games, all that library, all that DLC. We don't care. here's a new Guitar Hero. We're going a different direction, and none of your stuff carries
Yeah,
over.
that sucks.
That because like I said, just like if I put the last Guitar Hero, which is called Warriors of Rock, which is the really really heavy metal one,
Mhm.
I can still turn that game on, and all of my Guitar Hero stuff carried over.
Yeah,
So like, but I had to go on my 360 for that.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I still
Which
love
one's
playing.
the one that they had the keyboard? I never got to play that. I went to
Rock
play it
Band.
for Dio.
Rock Band.
Was Rock Band 4?
Well,
I was basically.
I
out by the
don't
time.
know if Rock Band, the newest Rock Band, still supports the
Yeah,
keyboard, but I
The first one for the keyboard. I
I
think,
think
it, was
it
4.
does.
Maybe it's 3.
I think it still does support
And I
keyboard.
was like, oh, I played Rainbow the Dark, and actually
Yeah.
kind of learned
Yeah.
it a little bit.
Yeah, the keyboard was the most legit one. You could play like arcade mode,
Yeah.
or you could literally play pro mode, and it would be like you need to slide your fingers
Yeah.
down, and
That's cool.
and
Yeah.
it's a full keyboard.
That's neat.
I still own the full keyboard.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
They were fun for the time, but they burned themselves out.
Yeah,
It was
it's
too
not,
much.
something, it's not something I play all the time, but I still put Rock Band on,
Yeah.
and I'll sing a couple songs and
I
play guitar.
haven't played it.
Rock Band too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't played Guitar Hero.
Rock
in
Band
years,
also
so,
is
yeah.
very not as lenient with your hammer-ons and hammer-offs. You have to
Okay.
be very, very precise.
Yeah.
For Guitar Hero, kind of lets you. It's a
The
little
Rock Band
more,
guitar I thought was better.
Yeah, it wasn't as clicky.
Peripheral, yeah.
But like my cousin Jimmy, he needed that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for rhythm purposes.
Like, he just liked it.
Yeah.
Like he always preferred the Guitar Hero guitars over the Rock Bands.
So I always like the Rock Band guitar, but at least they made them, and I had to do it left-handed, so I always have to switch it.
Yeah.
But
Fun games. We'll have to set that up soon.
they'll come back one day, but
Well,
still,
Rock Band is still kind
They're
of the same.
still kind of rotating
Yeah,
a little
Rock
bit.
Band's
I
still
mean,
out, and they still
not
say
like it
instead of
was.
we're not going to make Rock Band 5 isn't going to happen.
okay, just gonna add songs.
We're just going to keep every week.
Yeah.
We'll keep putting songs out for everybody.
like I
I mean, that's the best thing to
pretty good,
do.
yeah.
I mean, you know what
I didn't
mean?
play the Beatles one because I hate the Beatles.
I love it.
Passion.
Love the
So I
Beatles.
didn't
I was
play that one, and I didn't play the
Green Day.
Oh,
Love Green Day. So here's
Metallica, Aerosmith. The '80s one was fun. This is Guitar Hero.
Aerosmith was Guitar Hero.
Yeah, then
Metallica.
Guitar Hero. There was AC/DC, or was that Rock Band?
AC/DC was Rock Band, and Van Halen.
Oh yeah, that was Guitar
Oh,
Hero.
shit,
too.
Van
I
Halen
forgot
was
about
fun.
that one.
That's how many came out along with Guitar Hero 1,
So
2,
you
3,
have
4, 5.
Rock Band 1, 2, and then it went 80s 3. 80s is the only Guitar Hero that you cannot play on the PlayStation. They made the 80s one.
You mean the
but
Guitar Hero 80s?
Yeah, Guitar Hero 80s was only made for PlayStation 2, and it didn't move to the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
It even came out brand new, only for the PlayStation 2 and not for the
Yeah, ain't
like.
that something?
Yeah, it was really really strange how they did that. And then there was Guitar Hero 4, and then you had Guitar Hero World. Actually, I don't think it was a 4.
World Tour was.
It was World Tour was
1, 2,
4.
3, World Tour,
And that's when they made, and then they made Band Hero, which was a spin-off.
Oh
of Guitar Hero.
yeah.
I have that one as
I
well.
think there's like DJ Hero too.
And then there was
something
wasn't there
that.
like Miley Cyrus, or there was like a poppy Band Hero.
That was Band
Oh, was
Hero
that
was all
Band-
popular.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't play that at all.
Yeah, Band Hero was very popular. That was a spin-off of Guitar Hero, where it was going to be more pop culture music.
Yeah.
And then they had the Aerosmith. I'm out of order now, but Aerosmith, Metallica, Van Halen. I think that's it for the bands for Guitar Hero.
I
But
have some
Guitar
of that,
Hero
yeah.
always had like special guests in it as well. Like you'll be playing, like then they got to the point where like, oh, you want a boss battle? Go against Tom Morello.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
against Slash.
That was pretty cool about that.
Kurt Cobain was in
That
one
was
game.
neat, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was and you could like get power ups to fight
Yeah.
their guy.
Then they
with
had
the
Guitar Hero Smash Hits, which was like a mix of all the games
Okay,
in one.
like the greatest hits.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's where they put some of the 80s ones in,
Okay,
the ones that people wanted to play.
and that's probably right when it got to the point where like, all right.
And then they made Guitar Hero's Warriors of Rock, and that was
Oh,
like
yeah.
all heavy
Is that
metal.
that's how we fly?
It was Guitar Hero 5
Yeah.
Warriors of
Okay,
Rock.
I'll pick up
That one was insane. That was hard. That was a
I
hard
was
one.
out by that time.
Yeah.
I think both of them each had their own thing that you liked about it or
Mhm.
not. So
And
like,
then-
it's kind of hard to say which one.
Rock
The
Band.
80s was very fun.
Rock Band was Rock Band 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then they had Lego Rock Band.
I never played that.
Then they had Beatles Rock Band. They had Green Day, AC/DC. And I don't think they had any other bands. I'm trying to. I think that's it.
And there was Rock Revolution was like a
Rock
rival.
Revolution was the first one that actually tried to
teach
use a
you-
real
yeah,
guitar,
yeah.
and then Rocksmith came out.
Okay, yeah.
And Rocksmith's the one where actually, if you go on Rocksmith, you can buy the Crowbot DLC.
Really?
Yes.
And you can plug in a real guitar and actually teach you how to play real guitar,
Yep.
which is
Real
pretty
guitar and bass.
Cool. Yeah. The
And-
game itself, they said, wasn't that good, but
Yeah.
And another
It was
fun thing-
hard to do the
Yeah.
latency.
Yeah.
Latency was tough to get to
Yeah.
your TV and your guitar.
And a fun thing then too, there's 2 Japanese girls that actually play Crowbot's music.
Yeah, if you type in
Yeah.
Rocksmith guitar,
Yeah.
Rocksmith guitar, Crowbot, there's these Japanese girl and her sister, and they're super young at the time, but one plays bass, one plays guitar, and the one who plays bass is just funny, and she like rolls her eyes back in her head, and she just goes
They're
around
rocking and
camera.
rolling. That's
they,
so
they,
good.
they played the Crowbot album.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was really fun. So that pretty much does it for us. You got anything to plug?
Actually, I do, but Andy has to read the back of my shirt though. Is that dead?
100% cotton with dead end threads.
Dead End Threads. This is a shirt that I got from Too Many Games. It's Splatterhouse style. He did the whole artwork then too.
Nice.
Oh, that's a
pretty
cool back.
cool
Yeah, that's a
looking.
cool back.
Dead End Threads.
Yeah.
Dead End Threads, and he also does like other horror stuff then too. You can go t-shirt or long sleeve, so you can get
Nice.
them in different styles then too. The sleeves have like they look pretty metal.
Oh, they have
so the design. Oh yeah, he
Of
went
the
all out. I'm like,
title down the center.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, those are that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And
Never
they're
heard of them.
reasonably priced too. So, that guy, well, Dead End Threads, really appreciate that. That was pretty fun. It's like I think it was like $25 shirt, but I mean, you get a good quality. I'm like sweating my balls off. That's how heavy this shirt is.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not a
So,
good thing.
but it's still it's a good shirt though. It's a very good quality shirt.
Mhm.
You're gonna get what you pay for, and
Cool.
it's that. So.
What do you got, Andy?
I don't know squirrels in my shirt, but look, it's a low resolution one. That's why it looks kind of lame.
Yeah.
I got it off T Public. I was like, oh, it's low resolution.
Yeah.
Nah,
I kind of like that it looks like that though.
It
In a
looks
way.
like
yeah,
art.
it's not bad.
It's like art journal
yeah,
art.
I have this actual cover. I was like, oh, sweet, I'm gonna get that because I'm a squirrel shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have anything really.
Uh,
So my podcast
Yeah,
is called
Colin Powering.
Powering. I mean, it's gonna be very wrestling heavy from here on out for the next month.
Yeah.
We're gonna still review some comics. And talk about Red Sonja.
What is there anything you're reading right now, comic wise?
Well, I read that Red Sonja trade. I got. Okay, it's black, white, and red, and like her hair is red, and then blood is red, and like her eyes are red and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's just a one shot, but it's $20. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
It's
Awesome.
called Red Sonja Ballad of the Red Goddess.
We kind of learned about. We already talked about your show coming up. Anything else you want to plug?
I got that. Quick shout out to my friend Katie Noon. She's in Utah right now. She's actually recovering from a leg surgery, and she's like, "I'm bored." And I was like, "Oh, give a shout out, girl."
Hi, Katie.
Yeah.
Hi, Katie.
Katie Noon. High Noon.
Getting better. We love you.
Katie
Come
knows
home
a
soon.
good, did she make the wrestling name?
Yeah, she's a wrestler. She's got a cowboy gimmick. No, she's not a cowboy. She's the saloon girl.
Whoa.
What are they called?
So she's like the Lacey Evans. So she dresses like a saloon girl.
Yeah, but she's not like she's
Not
not the
prostitute.
bartender. Yeah, she's not the prostitute. She's like the one that sings and like performs.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Like okay. I know you. I know you.
They have a name.
Can girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
In case you don't know what
There
we're
you
talking
go,
about, Katie.
Katie.
But she knows how to
that.
use a derringer.
Yeah. So Andy likes these. Andy,
All right, we
Andy,
all have
latches on,
derringers.
Andy latches on to cool names, and then he puts them in an imaginary wrestling league.
Awesome.
Katie High Noon.
Yeah, Katie High Noon.
with the high
so
knee.
I think I have another show. I have a lot of shows. I got a lot of shows
Gone.
coming up too. It's like kind of crazy. What else we got? I got another show at the Barn. It's called. It's by Easton. It's a comedy show. It's like starting to open up. It's like an old abandoned bar that they're like fixing up.
That's
And
not.
so
That's
they-
not.
the Star Bar.
That's not Tim Eagle's thing, is it?
No. This is by Easton, so it's like a little bit of a drive.
Yeah,
but
the hall.
I think it's July. I'm correct. I think it's July 26th.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but I think that's
Almost on
it
the
so
border.
far.
Okay.
And then we got Superstar.
Yeah. So this Friday night, go hang out with Sarah at Fort Carbon
Mhm.
for her comedy show.
What's it called now?
It's the
Fort.
Longer Laughs. This one's like for open mic. Do you have like a set you
Are
want
you
to
guys
try
upstairs or
out?
downstairs?
Downstairs, yeah,
Downstairs.
right in the bar, in the back.
Cool. Yeah, so check that out. I'll probably be there a little later, but I'll be there. I want to be at Culture to Culture as well. So
We'll post it on the page. So.
Yeah. check out our two interviews that we just dropped. We have Haley Stokes coming out this Friday, and we have Timothy Mingo's last episode. We just did it's crazy. You look at the page and it looks like the show disappeared for a while because we got 1 week off and we did like 2 banging beers and 2 interviews. But just check out the stuff on the page, share it to your friends, tell everybody about it. If you are interested and this is something you do like, we are accepting donations on PayPal. If this is something you're interested in, you want to help us grow, we are accepting donations. So anything would help because it's hard.
The laptop did overheat.
It is hot.
It
It's
is-
hard out here for
we
a pimp.
put it in the refrigerator.
I had to
Yeah.
put it in the
for
freezer.
5 minutes.
Like
Yeah.
like the one black guy said
Like-
outside of Slayer Council one time. What's the best city? Generosity. What's the best nation? Donation.
There you go.
Yeah,
you heard it first from Randy.
So the biggest thing here is, the donations aren't keeping us alive, but it can help us definitely get better. I am working very hard to keep money on this show and making it better and getting better content. But obviously it's a slower process because you got bills and life.
And also, there is an open availability for sponsorship. If you
Yeah.
guys know a business, hey, an Instagram account that you need more followers.
That's right.
I mean, we'll plug
Blue
it for
Chew.
you. I mean, you
Blue
know,
Chew, like-
we got you.
Yeah.
Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a chick on Pornhub that needs more likes.
Yeah.
I mean, give
And
us
we'll- and
give
we'll-
us some money and we'll
And we'll watch every video you have too.
we'll
Yeah.
plug that.
Unless it's really weird stuff, then
I'll probably still watch it.
we'll
We'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll study it.
give it a minute.
We'll give it a minute or two.
Stomping
Ugh,
eggs
God.
with bare feet.
Oh, jeez.
All right, all
Ben
right.
just put himself out there. That'll do it. Once again, too, check out the Skook Stock. Tickets are on sale on Facebook or bigticket.com. Just search Skook Stock. And we'll hope to see you there and come hang out with the podcast team. We should all, for the most part, be there. Andy does have a wrestling show that day.
I think it was section 2.
Yeah, so Andy will not be there. So if you're coming to see the beautiful Andy Header, he
Yeah.
won't be there.
Maybe next
A
You
bunch
can-
of beautiful girls just got the tickets.
Yep. And also, we will talk about tomorrow. We're going to be live for Tornado Attack podcast, but Andy does have a show this weekend as well at the Hamburg Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
Outbreak.
Yeah.
And also at the Hamburg Fieldhouse, there is going to be a brand new Retro Studios wrestling game is coming out, and they're working really hard to get the licensing of different wrestlers and superstars, and it looks like the old school Wrestle Fest kind of.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the Switch and the Xbox and PlayStation.
Yep. They just announced that they got Cole Cabana.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
That's a
they
big
got,
get.
They got the Road Warriors, Tommy Dreamer, the whole BWO.
Yep.
Meanie,
I think they're going to get more from Tommy Dreamer because they're actually doing House of Hardcore.
Yeah, they put House of Hardcore in it.
and they got the Blue Meanie, Stevie Richards,
And Nova.
and Nova.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty cool.
so they right now the wrestle list is very low, but I mean they are working hard to get more
Put
and
some
more.
indie guys in it, like we rappers saying, "Oh, put me in for free. You don't have to give me nothing.
Yeah.
I'll sign away the rights. Put me in.
I
That's
probably
exposure.
honestly after this weekend, I think if more guys go up to him and say that,
Yeah.
I don't see him having a problem doing that.
Yeah, just put me in the job. Thing, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm the way looking at the game and just being an indie thing, they already have my money.
Yeah, it looks cool, and it's probably gonna be $1.
Yeah. Find out now if they have like a Kickstarter page or anything like that.
Apparently they don't have a kick. I'm
They-
gonna find out on
They
the
really
Saturday.
have
I'm
not,
gonna find
like,
all
you literally
about
go on the website and
Yeah.
it just says here are her new wrestlers.
it. Yeah,
And they don't really say, but like if they were to make a Kickstarter page,
Yeah,
I would donate to them.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It looks awesome. So go check that out.
And they made
on-
the Outbreak ring.
Yeah, they made the Outbreak ring for this.
It's like 16-bit, maybe 32.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. So I don't have it in the description or anything, but if you're at
Retro Studios.
retrostudios.com. So go to the Outbreak show this weekend if you want to see a cool wrestling game being
Mhm.
demonstrated too. All right, that'll cut it. Well, actually, we'll have all that stuff in the link in the description tomorrow. So we're going to talk about it. Maybe I'll reach out to them tomorrow, and maybe we can have them call in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That'd be fun to do. All right, cool. We'll talk to you guys then. Thank you guys. This is things that were cool in high school. We're gonna wrap it up right here.
Interviews with
Interviews with tornadoes and
Yeah.
things and cool people banging bears.